All right. Hi again, everybody. I'm not Mel Allen. How are you? So here we are. It's a Saturday night, 27th of December, 2025. And hope you're all doing well. So I don't know. I just thought we would maybe, have maybe a baseball chinwag or something, and thought we'd just mess around a little bit with full count baseball. So this came out about the same, around the same time, maybe a little sooner. I'm not sure. Than micro league baseball. Micro league baseball obviously had the bigger budget. If you look at computer gaming magazines from back in the day, and you can look at those on the Internet Archive, or who knows, you may even have some or remember them or whatever. So thanks to Jason Leonard and Shannon Lynn, this has become. You can now run this on modern machines, and in fact, this game had been thought it'd be lost for a long, long, long time. Hey, good evening there, brother Jack Dawson. Hope you're doing well. So, so there's that. But anyhow, we'll get to a couple other things too. So depending upon what we do, hopefully make it a fun baseball night for everybody. And again, I want to thank everybody for making it such a nice Christmas. All right. So first off, so we had a person stop in the other night. And I was going to do like just a little broadcast about this, but I'll just talk about it now. Why not? Guy came on. He didn't mean to be mean, and I get this. So tennis fan, if you ever stop in again or you catch this, of course, if it's a chin wag, I don't know, man. I don't know how long this will go. We'll see. As you mentioned, oh, this is slower than baseball. So again, for anybody that catches this and, anybody thinks they want to join in this family or hang out. And when I say join, this doesn't mean for money. I don't do that kind of stuff. There's cousin Ken Castro. The idea of this channel, of course, it's really baseball centric. Even though I haven't done any in a while, well, except for cousin Ken's game and I the other night. But really, the focus even on baseball on this channel, if we're just talking about baseball, is going to be the 19th century and particularly dead ball baseball. So, but the most important focus. Hey, Dwayne, welcome in, bud. Saw Dwayne over at Dave Gardner in his Maca Madness broadcast. That was kind of fun. A little Giants Expos action over there in Dave Gardner land in Studio A, I guess that is, and he switches to Studio B. Pretty clever dude is that Dave Gardner. We love him. But anyhow, let's love baseball and favorite. Well, that's that is always a good thing to know, Jack. It's one of my passions in life. It's my only sports passion is baseball. I mean, I like boxing, like some of the history of boxing, but baseball is a passion of mine, and it's a hobby because the other things that would be hobbies for a lot of people, like music and magic, I've done professionally. So I think that I've done kind of professionally. I don't consider magic or music hobbies. They are vocations, avocations, whatever, but they're not strictly hobbies. This is, and I love it. But I wanted to get to the prime focus of this channel isn't even baseball gaming. It's about hanging out with you guys. And and I know again that this user last night, tennis fan, seemed like a very nice person, and I thank him. Or her, could be a her, it could be a she. So I don't want to be sexist here. So, but we'll just say he, just for the sake of whatever. Because we don't, because to say they, English doesn't give you that nice pronoun for a plural or whatever, or a gender neutral pronoun. I don't want to say it. Well, I don't, not being mean. I just want to help to grow the channel. This is never about growing the channel. Hey, Greg Gorecki. Good evening, Greg. This is just about building community, is what it is. There are times when I will do a game, but to me, the game is secondary to what everybody's talking about here, and that's why I like that. And I'm not doing that to try to be different, unique from anybody else, because I mean, all the other guys to varying degrees. David baseball demos. I used to think George Carlin did a routine on multiple seasons baseball is. So he compared the two. That's true, David. So welcome in. Greg says it's been a long day. We'll try to hang in. Don't worry, Greg. again, it's about family. Sometimes, family gets together and somebody says, I'm really knackered, I'm off to sleep. So no worries, mate. Midlife crisis, good evening to you, my friend. Great to see you guys. All right. Yeah, he made fun of baseball. He did. Although I've heard though that George Carlin actually really was a baseball fan. But yeah. Um, but anyhow, so it's really about just hanging out and at least beginning to talk baseball, and who knows, what it will devolve into or evolve into or whatever. So but David Baseball Demo's in here. He's really, really good. He interacts with his with his folks there, interacts with us when we're there. And some of the most epic puns on YouTube. Although I have to say that when he's on point, good old Shaq's Parallel League, he can be fun to have a pun off some night here with David and Parallel League. So I mean, I'm sorry for those of you who are passing by the channel and you're hoping for just some dude just playing out a 9 inning game, and just occasionally glancing at chat. I don't think of you guys as chat, right? I mean, I might use the term occasionally, but I use the term family a lot. And I never met any of you, but I consider you guys friends, family, whatever. And so the time that I put into this thing, even if it would ever get to be monetized, I don't want to do that because you don't. It's like your family. Family goes to visit family. You don't pay. They don't make you pay, and I don't want to do that. Ken Castro once said to me, he said more than once, but he said, I don't know if you understand. He said, but what you do here for some people, this is like, it's a big thing and it helps them get through the day. Well, let me tell you a little secret. It does for me too, guys. Um, you know, so it works both ways. Um, so midlife crisis is just a passerby, but he may stay for the next 4 hours if that's okay. Absolutely, man. Got a nice Barca lounger there. Is that what they call those things, or lazy boys or whatever? I don't even know. Do those things? They even still make those things or whatever, man. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Love it. So David, and so with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and just see what people are up to. We'll eventually get to a game, maybe. Whatever gets you through the night, as John Lennon sang. Uh, David says that he was able to set up his 25-man 2020 rosters and schedule Demolition League and Action PC baseball. Wasn't as hard as I thought. Action PC is so super easy to set things up. So good, David. I'm glad you did. And thank you, cuz I it means a lot to me. And again, you guys have given back more than you realize from me. I don't, I do mention a few things going on in my life, but I mean, we're all hanging out here on a Saturday evening, and kind of crazy. Uh, I'm not used to being in on Saturday nights, and you guys really have gone so far to make some of the nights a little bit easier to cope with. So I think we help each other, and again, that's what family does. Barbara, how you doing tonight? Great to see Barbara. We got to give Barbara a wrench. I'm going to give her a moderator wrench because she's been in here like about 5, 6, 7 times or something like that. The rule is 3 or more. So, Barbara, we'll get you a moderator's wrench here. So, Kevin, I was going to, it's synergy. Actually, the collective is better than the sum of its parts. Absolutely. Absolutely. You got it. And David, to be honest, I mean, I got, just one of the reasons I regret that I can't catch a lot of your broadcasts because of the way my work schedule is because I love the way that you and Tabby, the way you guys interact, and I like that. I've been on, I've been to some guys' channels and they do great baseball games. They really really do, but they do the game and then they're done. And I think interaction is really really important. And I was talking to who was I talking to? Um, God, I don't know, somebody in the community. And I said, I said, it has been like just trying and trying to figure out ways because I don't have the room right now to play cards and dice. But I know that people love cards and dice baseball, and unfortunately, most of what I do is digital baseball, unless I'm doing something like Strat Max or Apago, because I think that does count as cards and dice baseball. It really does. But nonetheless, that's why I also love the fact that John created our Michael McGreevy Discord so that people could interact. And I see a lot of great interaction in there and talking about their projects. I love the fact that, David's getting this all set up in Action PC Baseball, the 2020 season, the Demolition League, and just so creative. And so many baseball games to play. Greg says, have lost a number of family members in the last year and a half, including Father April. May the memory of all of them be eternal, Greg. And I really, really mean that. Yeah. And I know that, that first Christmas. Oh, you do have a wrench, Barbara. I must have given you a wrench a long time ago. Okay. Well, then that's cool. That's cool. All right, I'm glad. All right, so let it be known that the whirlwind has a wrench. I can't even talk on a Saturday night, let alone do anything. Yeah, I was going to work on some magic, but you know what? Sunday afternoon, I can do that. Monday afternoon, I can work on some magic. I wanted to hang with you people. So, yeah, to be expected. So I'm a little kind of worried. I did. Oh, I gave you the wrench a while ago. All right, Barbara. What do I'm. I just see people. Hey, you've been here for 3 times. Here, have a wrench, and I love it. That's my way of saying thank you and all that. And if I haven't given you a wrench yet, you should have one. David, do you have one? I think you do. Be careful with the wrench. Remember, Professor Plum used a wrench in the conservatory. Well done. So, see, tennis fan, and I'm not picking on you, man. I hope you'll come back. We are 13 minutes into this, and there hasn't even been a pitch. There hasn't even been an announcing of lineups. So, I do want to hit on baseball for a little bit. So, I'm going to repeat this tomorrow in my comments about comments. It's going to be a Sunday weekly thing. This will be before the sleight of hand practice tomorrow and stuff like that. So, Kevin had asked if you could, if it was possible in pocket pennant run baseball, to add a player onto the roster who isn't there. So the short answer is yes, but the more detailed answer is not really. So before we get into what's wrong with your Beatles, are you diametrically opposed? Are you whatever, polar opposite, which by the way, both are redundancies, but they've entered the lexicon so easily. We all use them, right? They are polar opposites. Well, one would hope. Diametrically opposed, whatever. Okay. So, did a little bit of experimenting, and I find this bizarre. And again, this is not a knock on pocket pennant race baseball. It does a lot of cool stuff. I'm just thinking of some quality of life stuff and maybe some features that Paul could pass along to Craig. So, what happens is you would load a team, like a custom team. So I was messing around with this with the Pittsburgh Pirates, the 1971 Pirates, and I thought it'd be really fun to try this for Kevin and put Lou Gehrig, 1936 Lou Gehrig on the 1971 Pirates. So you can do a thing that says add a player. Now remember that Pocket Pennant Run Baseball has 8 databases in total, and they all can talk to each other, and you can make any type of league that you want. It's the most massive database out there in terms of baseball simulations. Out of the park would be out of the park and Digital Diamond would be out of the park would be next, then Digital Diamond, unless you're making a lot of your own Digital Diamond stuff. You could put your, do people still have those Sunday softball leagues? I don't know if they even do that anymore. But what you do in that, and why I'm not going to demonstrate is because it's not something I think that I would recommend that you do unless you're playing just straight up cards and dice. But for the Pocket Pen Run Manager, I wouldn't do it. So what you do is hey, John, welcome in. I was just talking about you and your awesomeness with creating our amazing community on Discord. So I think we have a few new members, which is nice. So what you do anyhow in Pocket Pennant Run Baseball is you would hit add player on that screen. But then what you have to do is you have to You have to type in the player's name, no problem. But then you have to type in, like, for batters, there's like four stats. I think it's batting average, isolated power, stolen bases, and fielding percentage. And then you put in the year that you're drawing the stats. So you would think that with these databases, it would have drawn Lou Gehrig 1936 from there. It's not the way it works. So rather, what it does is you do all that stuff. It converts the stats into the ABCD ratings in pocket pennant run baseball. However, it doesn't bring in Gehrig's stats, even though they're in the databases. And so, what I find really, really curious is that, of course, I could create any teams I want. Again, we could use the Michael McGreevy. We could do the Michael McGreevy thing in pocket pennant run baseball. But when you have a team already there, and you try to do add a player, you just get the ratings you get, and in fact, it won't even bring in it didn't bring in Lou Gehrig's picture, and it says there's no historical data available. So I'm hoping that maybe down the line next year, Craig would think about adding that. And one of the reasons, not only for Kevin's question, but something that our Red Sox fan did. He had and out of the park baseball. Of course, you can bring anybody in anywhere you want. Doesn't matter. And he had Ted Williams. Brought Ted Williams. He didn't retire Ted Williams. Actually had him playing on the 1962 Mets. And it was super, super easy to do. And I've already shown how to do player import in out of the park baseball, mass player import, and one at a time. Action PC baseball, super easy to do it as long as you have the player somehow in a season baseball history collection or whatever. But what I find interesting in Pocket Pennant Run is that I can build any team I want. I started doing the Bats League, but as they were doing a lot of sort of hot and heavy uh, updates for Pocket Pennant Run, I'm like, okay, I'm going to wait till we get something really stable, and then I'll try to recreate it. So I would hope that there is a way that you can actually bring that player in, his stats and everything. So, but right now, unless you're just playing, if you're playing pocket pennant run baseball, and you're rolling the dice and you're just using ratings, then yes, Kevin, you can do it. But if you're playing pocket pennant run baseball and you're looking for stats, um, it's not optimal. It is not optimal. MV, welcome in. So MV reminds me, seeing MV, that the Diamond Legends League had their opening day today. So that's another league um, put together by Steve Tate, Big Clue and Company. Steve being the commissioner, of course. So, and I guess Clue, the co-commissioner. So they're off to a start. It's a contract league this time, so it doesn't quite have the drafting madness. I guess you get something like you can have one player for 5 seasons, then a number of players for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and what have you. So it looks like a really, really cool idea, and I wish them all the best with it. It's going to be, I know it's going to be a lot of fun. Steve runs a great league. John says, Red Bolt's off to a fast start over there, he says. John says, Beatles, I pinged you on Discord showing that Out of the Park and Diamond replay stats are almost identical, very realistic. John, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. In fact, it was maybe a year and a half or so ago that that Steve Tate and I were talking about both games. And Steve used to be a Diamond Mine player. And so that's really cool. Both fantastic baseball games. And I think that for guys that are thinking about maybe not only playing cards and dice baseball, but maybe occasionally some digital baseball, I think either Diamond Mind or Action PC would be great games. There's David Baseball Demos plays Action PC baseball, and he also uses it to set things up. Robert uses Action PC baseball as a research tool for his inside pitch seasons, and of course, I play the damn thing. And David is really loving the scoring input in it. He's saying it's really, really smooth. Last night, Pocket Pennant Run was doing great, but it needs that undo function because I accidentally put the guy in the wrong part of the lineup. I couldn't change it after that in game. So that's why we had to stop at the whatever sixth or seventh inning where we were, and we just finished the game in Stratmax. Let me see. So Barbara and Greg talking about losing loved ones. It's tough. It is very tough. And I told you guys my mom had suffered a stroke. So again, please keep her in your prayers. I called, just talked to my pop tonight. It's my stepdad, but I call him Pop because my real dad's, I don't even want to go there. But anyhow, so just please continue prayers because I've never, I don't know what that's like, and I don't want, my mom's like my best friend, and I don't know what that's like to lose, um, you know, lose a parent like that. I mean, again, my father and I haven't spoken to him in ages and whatever, and I've talked about him a little bit here a long time ago, and we'll leave that at that. But I got my mom, my pop, and you know, uh, so I don't want to have to deal with that. I want my mom around a long time, so your prayers are really, really appreciated. So thank you, John. And thank you, Barbara. Thank you so much, guys. John says all are great games, but says Out of the Park is the best bang for your buck with all seasons included. It is. It really, really is. MB says, how do you play Pocket Pennant Run Replay? Can you play tournament? So you can, MV. You can play. No, you can play. So using what a new addition to it now, and I'll bring it up here for a second. We're not going to play Pocket Pennant Run tonight, but I'll just show you how you can do that. Yep. So Barbara said she lost both of her parents. May their memories be eternal, and it's heartbreaking. He says that she says that her father was her best friend. Yeah, it's not looking forward to. My mom and I was up there to visit last year, and my pop he's kind of, he goes to bed a little bit early, and we're sitting at mom's. Let's play some poker. So my Irish great grandmom taught me how to play poker when I was 8 years old, and so poker on the Irish side of the family is, it transcends even tradition, and it was really fun. So she, of course, my Irish great grandmom was always the one encouraging me to continue in magic and art and all the other things that I do. And I remember my mom when I was kind of a fledgling magician, and I was doing some SpongeBob magic back then and stuff like that. And I remember she went out to the store, bought some sponges, and cut them up. Stayed up all night and cut them into sponge spheres for me and stuff like that. But anyhow, I'm in the visit last year, and mom's like, let's play some penny ante. It was just my mom and I just playing poker till like 1, 2 in the morning. It was so much fun, and I hope I'm going to have that opportunity again. So we talked about that when you got your loved ones, man, just value every minute. And I mean, they live pretty far from me, so it's not like I can just, bop down the street or bop to the next town. So, John says his mom just turned 81. Can't imagine life. Yeah, exactly. Right. So, God grant her many more years, my friend. God grant her many, many more years. All right, MV. MV is asking about replays. Okay. So you can do first when he's also asking about tournaments. So down here, we'll start with this. There's a thing called Baseball Commissioner HQ Stats. Now, don't let that fool you, MV. This is actually a full-blown program down here that's now part of Pocket Pennant Run Baseball, but you can use this with any baseball game. So I'm going to bring it up here just quickly, just to show you kind of what it is. All right. And let's go into Commissioner Tools. And I keep forgetting to turn off the access code. Got to do that. All right. Boop. So there we go. So you've got league creation. So through this and the teams that you create, however you create them in Pocket Pennant Run Baseball, you would go in here, and this is where you can start setting up tournaments, all kinds of stuff. It has a scheduler in it. It's very, very robust. And what's nice about this is it's free. Okay, now for season replays, pretty easy to do. So here's this play a game from history. So to get to your season replay, so I just have 3 saved seasons right here. So let's go. This comes with everything, MV, from 1871 to present, and it has 8 different databases of baseball players. 14.95, and you get access to this amazing piece of software. Um, and that's the print and play PDF. So you got to buy the game to get this. But this is a game and so much more. So, but anyhow, MV, if I go to this and just load 1991, there it is. There's the entire 1991 season with the historical scores. So I can play any date, any range of games, have the computer play any range of games. It will track stats if you run a box score skim. And it's a very, very easy cards and dice game to play. You don't even need dice to play it. You can use this also with any baseball board game that you have, or play it as pocket pennant run baseball. Just click the dice. So if I wanted to play the Pirates at Expos here on 8th of April 1981, I would just click, and I would just play the game. It's really, 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 really that easy. So you have the game. Good. So yes, you can do entire season replays in this using the Baseball HQ from Paul Fay. That's where, let's back out of this and back out of this. That's where you would be able to create tournaments and things like that. So here, when you got creating real and fictional or fictional teams or whatever, this is where you would start to set up those teams. So you're not going to be pulling teams from the you do pull teams from the database, but this is really where you're setting up a lot of custom leagues and stuff like that. And so you can see here's Paul just included and created what he would call the Pocket Pennant Run National League All-Time All-Stars. Again, it's not going to have everybody, obviously, but so I could do this, and then the American League version, or I can create whatever you want to recreate the state collection from Action PC Baseball, or you want to do the bats thing, APA bats, either pre or post bats, and you want to create a tournament. You can do it. You would just start by creating the teams inside this module. Really interested in how the Negro leagues were done. So we'd have to get Craig on here to talk about that, and I'm hoping we can. Because I'm not sure if they used major league equivalencies or not. Look at Paul; he's cheeky. He's a Cubs fan, so he makes the National League Wrigley Field their home. But we could look at the Negro leagues here for a second. We'll just bring up. Let's go back here. Let's just bring up let's add a team, and let's from the league create a team, add a team from the league database, and let's do that. So you can see here there's 6 ways to create teams in this game, which is really, really cool. Let's go to Negro League Baseball, and let's pick 1936. And how about we grab the Pittsburgh Crawfords? Why not? And we can kind of look around at their stats, and we can muse and wonder. Okay, and it's added. All right, and then we go up here and we just choose the 1936 Pittsburgh Crawfords, load them, and there they are. So let's view their team stats, and let's see what we have here. But first, boy, what a team this was, huh? Oscar Charleston, Dick Say, Sam Bankhead, Jimmy Crutchfield, Judy Johnson, Josh Gibson, cool, Papa Bell, baby. And who was on this pitching staff? Well, there was Satch. This was such a great team. All right, but let's look at their team stats. So the thing with Negro League Baseball, and MV, you know this very, very well, is for them to be able to play on a level playing field. Obviously, stats were hard to come by because of the racism of the day, and so newspapers that were primarily bought by African Americans, ephemeral print runs at best. And so there's still a lot of work to be done. And you can see there's missing stats. These stats are going to be missing. So it looks to me that they're not using the major league equivalencies in this database. So I would suggest if you're going to play Negro League Baseball in this, just don't put them in the major leagues, I guess would be the thing. Now, that being said, if you do have access to the data, what's nice is Craig does give you their system, so it's very, very easy to do that. But so they're basically using the available stats, maybe perhaps the same database that Digital Diamond uses that Out of the Park might use. I'm not sure. Out of the Park Baseball uses a few different databases, so that's it. Sabre has Negro League stats in Lyman's database now. Yep, there you go. But the thing is, Parallel League is I'm not sure if those use the major league equivalencies or not. That I don't know. So Steve Tate, thanks to and MV being the taskmaster that he is and should be, Steve Tate did something for baseball that I've only one other person I've seen do that after is Mike Garland. Steve Tate did this for Action PC. Did 400 Negro League players, and hey, Aaron Reed, and he did using the major league equivalencies, which actually Big Clue one day had just offhandedly mentioned in a Steve Tate broadcast, or I don't know if it was there. We're on a Discord, and Big Clue's like, "Oh yeah, in the major league equivalencies," and Steve Tate, "What's that?" And then Big Clue showed him, and I think we lost Steve for like a couple weeks or something, and came back and said, "Look what I did." And at that time, there was like just I think he did like 75 players, and so these major league equivalencies, these aren't an invention of Steve Tate, but it was Steve being able to use those, and then his kind of wizardry that he does with Action PC Baseball, so that you could play Negro League players, create all-time great leagues or whatever, and include Negro League players, and so these major league equivalencies mathematically work out how these players would have performed in a 154 game schedule, for instance, and extrapolate those stats. And really, 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 really cool. And then Mike Garland and his integrated mod that he did along with Lansdowne Street, it's not available for Out of the Park 26, which drives me nuts, but it is in Out of the Park 25. It rewrites baseball history. So if you start, 1871, and you go forward, the black players, right? The Negro League players that came into baseball and black players. So in the 19th century, there were no Negro Leagues yet. So Bud Fowler is going to come in the year that he's supposed to. Pop Lloyd will come in as a rookie. So there was in other words, there was no color barrier set, right? So Jackie Robinson isn't the first modern major league player, and it's great. And Mike used major league equivalencies for that, which is really, really cool. Al Wilson's working on fast action cards for fast hitting baseball. Al Wilson, what a good guy he is in the community. I wish Bernie and I could get him on to talk to. I mean, Al's get free games, and what does he ask for? Like on the free games that he's done, fast hitting baseball being one of them, give some money to a charity or something. What a good guy. So I don't know, maybe some way we can reach out to Al Wilson. We'd just love to have him on here and let him have the run of the place. I think that would be amazing. So anyhow, MV, there you go. And there's just really, really a lot of fun. The main thing I do with this is I just let it pick a random date in baseball history, and if I like the year or whatever, like the teams, I just play it that way. But it does so much more, and you have the game, so I don't have to go into any more detail than that. But you know what? While I have this up, if Kevin does happen to catch this, let me go back to this. We keep going to this module again. So let's say, so again, I was talking about like the 1971 Pirates. So there they are. Now I have since cut Lou Gehrig from the team, right? But so here's add a player, but then how you do it, right? Is I'm not going to be changing anybody's rating here. So what you do here is you type in the name of the player, his position, and then you don't really have to put in this stuff. You would do convert stats, right? And then you would put in the year, pulling from what database, and then you actually have to go into baseball reference to find. So for 1936, I had to find Lou Gehrig's batting average. I had to find his isolated power, stolen bases, and fielding percentage. Basically, what this is this corresponds to the 4 ratings for hitters. So I'm thinking, okay, convert stats. Well, and it will do that. But then what happens is, so you'll see it will give you a message, no historical data available. but your players have been added to the team. So I saw Lou Gehrig, and for those of you who are curious, Lou Gehrig's rating and bringing him in converted stats for 1936. He is a let me see, what is it? He is AACA. That's pretty damn high rating. So A is a batter, A power, C speed, and A defense. So there you go. Now a little trivia for you. Unfortunately, so when you're playing a game, you're not going to see actual stats for Lou Gehrig. You won't even see his picture. So that's what I said. I found curious that with all these databases, why can't I just take an existing team that I have and just add Lou Gehrig right from the database? You can't do that. Hopefully they'll add it. Wow, Parallel League says he has now played about 2,500 games of fast inning baseball. I've messed around with fast inning baseball. It's really neat. I've never done it here, obviously, but I mean, I've messed around with it. And it's pretty cool. Al Wilson has himself something super cool there. So let's jump out of this. So that is the deal with adding a player in pocket pennant run baseball. The only other way that you could do it where it would work would be adding the players from a team that you wanted to play. But I mean, for a whole season replay, that would be nuts. But let's say that you were, again, using the 1971 Pirates, but you wanted to put Paul Skeens on there. The only real way that you could do it to have those stats would be the creating real or fictional team, and then bring in the 1971 Pirates, and then bring in 2025 Paul Skeens, and then you would have all the historical information and everything. So again, it works if you're playing and just using the ratings and nothing else. But if you're like me and every other baseball fan in the world, you do want to see stats. So there you go. Let's jump out of pocket pennant run. All right. So let's mess around with this game. This is one of those games that I love this game. I love it. And I'm very, very happy now that it's available. So Jason Leonard, Shannon Lynn, and of course, Lance Hafner, thank you. Thank you for such a great game. So Full Count Baseball, this thing was around in they're 1986. So maybe just about a year or so after Micro League Baseball. And this game there's a lot more that came with this game. So with Micro League Baseball, of course, you had to buy get the manager's disc and stuff. We're going to do stuff with that tonight, by the way. And yeah, Derek Bain and I are going to be doing a simming project. I'll talk to you guys about that as it gets fleshed out more. I'm so happy that Derek asked me to join in. He's like the head of, but I'm also on the Saber gaming and simulations committee, and so he's asked me to do some things with him and co-author some articles. So I'm really chuffed about that. Saber, that's the shiznit, as Snoop Dogg used to say, huh? Having some feed issues due to an incoming storm, Greg says, so unfortunately has to check out. Okay, my friend. Take care. Be safe. Be safe, Greg, and always good to see you. All right. So we're just going to play a single game here. We'll pick a couple teams, and we'll play. I have no idea who we're going to play, but this is more. Unless somebody wants to come on the mic, by the way, I am not sharing system sound, so we won't have the echo thing tonight. We can have people come on and talk. Let me know. In fact, I will just pop the invite here for now. If anybody wants to come on mic, I will see you in the green room. And if nobody wants to come on, I understand that too. And you don't even have to know anything about Full Count Baseball. Right? All right. Let's make the computer the visiting team. And let me see. I need a year. By the way, if anybody gets this game, and it is free, it's no longer just the last two digits. You got to type in the whole year now. I learned that the hard way. What's going on here? So let's play two teams against each other. They don't have to be the same year, anything like that. Yes, you could do season replays in this game. once they get all the pathing right and everything, you're going to be able to customize managers, umpires. I mean, when do you see that in a game? Even umpires. Wow, customizing umpires. So anyhow, if anybody wants to join, please feel free. I'm going to do this. All right, back to this. I need a good year here. I don't know how long MV is going to hang around, so we could pick a Mets team though. We will anyhow. We're going to pick a Mets team anyhow. Let's pick the 1986 Mets because we did the 1969 Mets recently. All right, so let's grab them. See this? How cool is this, man? So you don't use the mouse in this game at all. Oh, Tim, hang on, Tim. I see you, man. Hold on. Don't say anything yet. Oh my God, I forgot to change my. Yeah, let me do this. Hold on, Tim. Hold on, or you're gonna echo like mad. Hold on. Tim ninja'd me, and I love it. All right, let me get my headphones on. All right, man. Tim.
So I had to come up because you said that you could customize the umpires. Why would you want to have an umpire with? Why would you want a game umpired by four Angel Hernandezes?
This is a good question. This is definitely a good question, my friend.
Or
Uh,
four Cowboy Joe West?
I know, right? The thing is, though, it says your lips are sealed, just like the Bangles. That was funny. Strat PC as historical umpires was kind of cool. Yeah, umpires don't get enough love, but you could have, and you're right. But I think an Angel Hernandez game would be fun. Like that'd be a great New Year's Eve thing to do. Have four,
You could
like
have
right?
um, Don Dankinger at first, so he can miss every play at first base.
Okay, I like
You
it.
could have, I think, anybody used to have a slow strike call, and you pick anybody from the '90s, they pretty
Right,
much had a slow strike call.
right.
You could have like Laz Diaz at second base, and uh, I pick another one. The Wendell Stett's good umpire, so I can't,
And here's Clinton coming in, of course, with the usual
Hall of Fame.
entry and facetious. He says, "Oh, come on, you don't think that Angel Hernandez is a Hall of Fame?" Well, of course he is. For the curling Hall of Fame, I think. I don't know about you,
Oh,
Tim, but Hernandez would get
and
my right. He's
for the
in.
umpire, I don't care Dutch Renner, and then maybe you have Enrico Paul, the umpire from the Naked Gun movies.
Oh yeah, what's that? I think it'd be great.
Although
I
I
would
believe
love
he
it.
was a real life umpire, was he not?
I think so. I think so. Tim, I need a home team here, and please, no expansion teams.
Okay, lesson learned from last time.
Well, only because I'm in Egypt when it comes to those. That's why. Give me a
Okay,
good Indians team to kick the crap out
well,
of these
what is your
1986 Mets.
latest year on this?
20 is it 20? Well, I'll know because if I type in 2025 and it doesn't take it, nope.
Okay,
So it'll be 2024 is the
okay.
latest.
So you have the visiting team as the '86 Mets.
Right. I need a good Indians team to kick their butts.
Actually, the problem is, well, okay. I'll give you an underrated good Indians team that finished second in
Okay,
their division,
what
but not
year?
by much to the White Sox. How about 1959?
All right, 1959. Oh yeah, that tough White Sox team. Okay, 1959. And let's get Cleveland in here. There we go. Bang. No change. All right. Make this an interleague. Of course, no DH. Exhibition game. And we'll just play on the merry month of May. No, June afternoon. Okay. Let's see. Do we have anything else we want to do? Oh yeah, we got to change the pitcher era because right now it's 1980 to present. So how cool! This was very advanced for its time. This game. I think we just have a default kind of whatever thing that we'll do. No, there isn't. So what would be fair to both teams? How about 73 to 55 to 72? Yeah, the Mets can suck it. There we go. Let's do that. So it even has it has the three batter minimum. So they've been adding in a lot of stuff with this. But let's go ahead and move forward. Enrico Palazzo behind the plate says midlife crisis. Eric Gregg and his 3 foot straight. Oh my God, that was crazy. How about it? Um, and what do we have here? I got to go out here. Luckily, I can use my mouse in this game. There we go. Aaron Reed says it's the man behind the plate when Lou Piniella went crazy. Lou Piniella liked to go crazy anyhow, didn't he? All right, let's go ahead. We're not gonna like enable sound because the sound's really kind of meh. All right, let's start the game, and we will play. It's going to be a VGA Cleveland Municipal Stadium. Although, if I have a picture of Municipal Stadium, I could put in here, so you can use Action PC ballparks in this game, but we're just going to use these anyhow. All right, we're going to manually pick our starter. And as I'm talking here, so how are you doing there, Tim? How was your Christmas?
Not bad. I had two family get-togethers on Christmas Day, so it's
Oh,
good.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice, nice,
Well,
nice, nice.
I got together with my aunt, and then went over to my brother's house after that. So
Okay,
everybody
good. I'm
else
glad
is
you.
either in a different state or probably traveling to a different state.
Okay,
Um,
I'm just gonna let the computer do these. I just don't really feel like messing with lineups. If y'all don't mind.
Gifts received were nil, but that's okay. I did have a $25 Fanatics gift a couple Christmases ago, so I bought myself a Cleveland Guardians T-shirt for $9 off
Oh
of.
wow. Okay. Oh geez, I forgot to put a picture in here. That's really stupid, huh? I was talking, and I forgot to put a picture in here. Let me get out of here.
Your man
Ah.
reminded me of Moneyball. He says, with Giambi gone, it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, they need a first baseman, or else any ball hit to the infield is not going to get fielded, or something to that effect.
Just trying to close this bad boy here, and then we'll open it again. I forgot to put in a picture. That's what you get for being Beatles eternally, being in Egypt. Am I gonna have to task? I guess I'm gonna have to task manager out of this thing. So just having all kinds of luck today. There we go. And task. There we go. Bye bye. Aaron, so it doesn't really have sound. MV, if you're asking how many teams in this is everything from 1871 to 2024. And it comes with some other things like some all-time great franchises, things like that. It's very easy to build teams in full count baseball, by the way. So for any of you wondering, it's like, oh, if I download this game, which is free, really that's the size. All you do is hit Alt Enter, and then Shazam. All right, single game. Here we go. Computer. Okay, so visiting team again is MV's Mets, 1986, New York Mets. So it's a fun game, man, and again, an important part of baseball simming history. I think it went under the wire um, back in the day, and we're going to do the 1959 Indians. There we go. No change. This is called. Are you talking? If you're talking to MV, it's this full count baseball, and I will put the link in the chat. He also has two versions of basketball, and I think there's a is it a hockey game or football game? I can't remember. But let me yeah, and it's free, man. It is free. There you go, MV. So just pop in lhgames.net and go for it. All right. Da, 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 start game. And this time, Tim, I promise you, I will remember to put in a picture for the Mets. I will do this. Okay, hit the old
Oh,
Z, select starter. And of course, we got to start Doc Gooden, right?
of course.
Of course.
And
And then
probably
we're going to
Herb Score would probably be the one I would go with.
Herb score.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, we can do that.
Ooh, wait a minute, hold on.
All right, I'm not pressing any key. Cheers, MV.
I can't see the. So who's the guy that went 19-8?
McClish. I
Eh,
You're not feeling it.
I don't
I mean,
know.
Herb Score's ERA is a little bit up there, but a fine pitcher. Herb Score.
Yeah, let's go with him. Let's go with Herb Score then.
You want to go with Herb Score? I mean, that's up to you, man. This is your
Yeah.
franchise, brother.
Yep. I'll go with Herb Score.
You're gonna go with Herb Score. All right. Okay, and no changes. All right, and let's just do a random lineup for these Metropolitans. I don't necessarily. I don't think Hernandez should be batting cleanup, but let's have fun. Let's just have fun. So again, down at the bottom of the screen, you guys can see that you can change. You can do position swaps, lineup swaps, all that kind of stuff. The 1 to 9, right? Everything here is keyboard driven. There's no mouse at all. So give your wrist a break, right? I don't know what you folks get up to with your wrists. I don't know if cousin Ken Castro is still around here, but I had to say that.
Mouse
Hmm.
works too damn hard.
What's that?
Mouse works too damn hard.
It does work too hard. It just does work too hard. All right, let me see. We got Power, Pearsall, Francona, Colavito. See there, the Rocco should be. Now, Minoso. See, I don't see, again, I don't think Minoso should be batting fifth. I mean, he was a hell of a leadoff man. We're going to leave
There.
things alone, though, because it's just doing a random thing. And you can save lineups in this. So if I
Jimmy.
would have gone back and placed something else with
Wow.
the 59 Indians, they're there. You can save all kinds of lineups.
Woody Held. Okay. I know a
Yeah.
couple of these names, just not a whole bunch of them, but okay.
So Jimmy Pearsall, the movie Fear
Yep.
Strikes Out. Of
Vic
course, we know
Power, heard of him.
Vic Power. We know Terry Francona, and as a Guardians Indians fan, you have to know Rocco
Yes.
Colavito and
Yes.
Minnie
God rest his
Minoso.
soul.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, here we go. I think we are good to go, and we're not going to save the lineup. And so there we go. We It's just the old. So the original game didn't even come with the ballparks. This is just what you had, and then everything. There's all the keyboard commands down on the lower
Did
left.
they like try to use Shea Stadium or County Stadium or not County Stadium, Fulton County Stadium?
Yeah, I'm not sure what they were doing here, to be honest with you, because it certainly doesn't look like municipal stadium at all.
No.
So, but again, we'll just go with it. We could have picked a different picture, but I know that you can bring your own ballparks into this game.
And
I
then
just haven't.
nice of them to put Iser instead of Budweiser.
Exactly, exactly.
And
So
that 76 oil, gee, that wouldn't have caused any. You used our trademarks without our permission.
right, yeah. And what you got Wilson up there, right?
Yep. And a big fat number one.
Yeah, you got to have the big fat number one, the big red one. Right, that was the movie, right? Clinton says you'd be surprised, Beatles, by his 1956, and his 56 that Minoso didn't necessarily bat first. Wow, I am surprised because Minoso was a hell of a leadoff hitter. Wasn't a Ricky Henderson, but Mitty Minoso was quite a fine player. All right, Ray Knight leading it off here for the 1986 New York Mets against the 1959 Cleveland Indians in a tough pennant race that year. But Go-Go Sox ended up going to the World Series that year, but fine team here. So Hope Score on the mound, and he has the sign from Nixon, and here is the pitch. And this one is a shot to center field. Francona coming in hard on this one and gloves it for out number one. So this has rudimentary play-by-play. As you can see, sometimes it'll just go, and you're like, oh, what happened? And then just go down there and look at the line score. So one away, and here's the kid, Gary Carter, 24 home runs, 255 average. And Herb Score lets it go. Nails one to left field, and this one going back, and this one out of here. So when I first got this game, which is the wind is bringing it back, I thought it meant the wind was blowing it back on the field. First couple times I played this. So New York Mets quickly get on the board, and it brings up Darryl Strawberry. All right. I wouldn't worry about it though. Top of the first. This game it does some weird things if you play against the manager. So if you really want to play it, just play as both human managers because sometimes it'll do weird things. like especially the previous patch to this or something, you would like have you'd be in the top of the first inning, and the second batter, like the manager would just pull in a pinch hitter. I have no idea why that happened, but there you go. Let's do this. So, Tim, when are you going to be coming back and broadcasting regularly? And Herb Score paints the corner, and Daryl Strawberry strikes out. So
I
that will end the Mets first. They do get a run on the home run. We go to the bottom of the first. The Mets won, and the Cleveland Indians come to back. So when are
how
you getting back,
regularly?
man?
Like once a week?
When?
Uh, oh, that's a good question.
Well, you know, every time you come on here, I ask you that, right?
Pretty close.
Yeah,
I
I'm
do
letting
have
you off
to
the hook,
finish
man.
my 1998 Yankees versus 1967 Cardinals.
Okay.
I should pull the trigger. They Strat Max is 40% off for a full year through the 31st.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to end up doing that. Plus, I almost say, hey, if anybody wants a month free, I guess they're giving away with the purchase. You can give a friend a month free.
I did see that. I did see that.
So I figured, what the hell, now that I know what the cards look like, I just do the snipping tool for all the players I don't have.
Right.
Just pull up snipping tools and save to my hard drive, or save to my email. So because God
Okay.
knows I got
So,
a bunch of them saved, and
yeah,
don't want to have
man.
to try to do that all again.
Knock it out, do it. And so when we were on here before, what was that, last week? And
Yeah,
you were looking, and you're saying, yeah, these are right. These are, yeah. So do it, brother.
yeah.
Definitely do it. I'm sorry, it's only 2 outs. Just really quickly here, John says that he just watched some videos of that 1997 Eric Gregg game. He says that he's more upset than ever. I got to tell you, man. I really like the way Strat Max plays. I know you're not going to stay with it forever and ever and ever, but boy, is it a fun game.
Well, I
It
kind of
really is.
have to, because that's the only way I get the card
Yeah.
viewer thing.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is it's not that expensive when you think about it. As long as you get the cards, man, and then bam, right? Because
Yeah,
all these
I
seasons
guess
you've
if
been
I really
waiting
want
for.
to, gee, let's play, 95 Indians versus 92 Blue Jays or something like that.
Exactly. And just to be able to do that, I think is so much fun. And to have them, and why not? You're paying for it, and hey, do it. That's what I say. Strat Max, John says, is under. Strat Max is fun. I'll tell you what. Between the two games, and I love Apago as well. Again, guys, I don't have a horse in the race. I love both games, but it's interesting as a content creator, or so-called content creator. I find Strat Max a lot easier to do than Apago. Very weird, I know, but there's something about Strat Max visually, whatever. The presentation is amazing, but Apago has its strengths too. Looked into a good source. In 1959, Minnie Minoso batted first just once on 11 September 1959. So he batted third, fourth, and fifth. All right, so I guess the program did it all right, but pretty sure you like watching Strat Max. I love it. And actually, had I known Tim was coming on, we could have done. We still can do Strat Max. Damn it, we can still do it. It's not going to take long if I don't keep rabbiting on here. But yeah, John, I really, really like it. And remember, if you guys remember, I said at the beginning, I said, well, I'm going to keep both for a while, but one of them has to go. I don't want either of them to go. So I'm kind of looking at right now, I've taken a little hiatus from some of the virtual studio memberships that I have. And I think I want to put a couple of those on pause, because I really, not only, John, do I want to play you in Strat Max, I just like firing it up and playing it. I find it really fun. And, again, I find they're both awesome. And it's a way
And
for
your
me
cats
to
can't
do.
knock over any cards.
Right, that's the big thing. That's the big thing, because especially my female cat, my Darcy, she likes to do the ninja thing, man. Bam, she's like right there on my lap, and I could just imagine. So we're just
All
not
right.
going to go with that. All right, Herb Score, let's go. This one, breaking ball in at the letters, and he strikes out Keith Hernandez. All right, that will end the Mets first. We go
You
to the
should be
bottom of the
happy I
first.
also didn't pick like the 91 or 92 Indians. You could have Keith Hernandez against Keith Hernandez.
That well, yeah, it could have been fun. A very different person in a way.
Actually, Rafael Santana, I believe, played for the Indians as well.
That's true. That is true. So yeah, doppelganger. So how do you feel about like? Well, I know you mainly have done season replays, but like if you would do a project where you have doppelgangers, is it does that bother for you, or
No,
are you cool with
no,
that?
nope. It is a simulation.
Okay. So you would be all right. Let's say again. So you would be all right with Babe Ruth pitching to Babe Ruth.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's cool. It is a simulation. To me, I find it immersion breaking, but I do think it is true that 1918 Babe Ruth and 1921 Babe Ruth are really two different players.
Just think you could have 1969 Lou Piniella hitting one to 1981 Lou Piniella.
This is true. All right, Tim's slowly converting me as Vic Power strides to the plate against Doc Gooden, and we're going to let Vic Power. And Skies went straight up. Carter is after it, and he makes the catch. So one away, and here's Jimmy Pearsall, that movie Fear Strikes Out, starring the immortal Jimmy Stewart. Pearsall in the box, count full, and the pitch on the way. And this fastball is inside, and Jimmy Pearsall is going to draw the walk.
It's a
And
wonderful life getting to first base. It's a wonderful life.
what that was good. That was good. That was a good Jimmy Stewart there, man. Now, can you do Gary Cooper?
I could not do Gary Cooper.
You got to
I've not listened to enough to do.
But if you could, then you could do Gary Cooper doing Lou Gehrig's Luckiest
I'd
Woman.
rather have try to have Gary Cooper do Alvin York.
All right, Francona at the plate, 363
That's an
average.
underrated. I don't say it's underrated. It's one of his better roles, by the way.
Mhm. All right, here's the sign, and it's a hard grounder, base hit into left field. And Pearsall, do we want him to try for third against Foster?
Stop sign.
Stop sign, you got it. All right, we're gonna let Tim kind of manage the Indians here. And here's Rocky Colavito, 257 average, but boy, could he dig him out of the park. 42 home runs in 1959. Clinton says an historical film watcher. Thank you, Tim.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, absolutely, man. All right, here we go. And Dwight Gooden lets it go. Bouncing ball, base hit into left field. Pearsall will score from second. And just like that, in the bottom of the first inning, the 1959 Cleveland Indians even the score. Nobody out, 2 on. Francona at second, trailing him Colavito. And here comes Minnie Minoso, 21 home runs, a 302 average for Mr. Minoso. A very long career for him. Here's the pitch for Minoso. Fly ball out to left field. Foster racing over, and he will make the catch. I had to look down there, so sometimes it will cut off.
Yeah.
So this has got for the play-by-play. It's not too bad. It's not diamond mine baseball by any stretch of the imagination. But guys, this is a free baseball game. Go get it. It's not really the biggest footprint will be probably if you put in some of your own parks or whatever, but it's a very small footprint, and again tons of seasons, and it does a lot. All right, here we go. We got Woody Held up there. Any thoughts on Woody? He had 29 home runs, 251. Trivia question. If you mentioned the prominent Mr. Ruth, when was the last time he pitched and what was the result? So didn't he I thought did he pitch a couple innings for the Yankees? I can't remember. But if we were talking about Boston Red Sox, geez, when was the last time he pitched and what was the result? I think he lost his game. I think he lost that. Have you seen the first takes for the third Dune? I haven't seen them either. Yeah, neither Tim nor I have seen these things.
No. In fact, I don't think I've not seen any of the first two parts, and I never saw the mini series.
All right, here's the pitch to Held. And this one, a grounder near short. Rafael Santana up with it. Strong throw to first, and Woody Held is gunned down. So that retires the side, but the Indians pick up a run at 2 hits. We go to the top of the second. The 86 Mets and the 59 Indians knotted at 1. And Nails leading things off here. Herb Score has the sign from Nixon. The wind in the pitch. This one hit out to right field. This one open. No, Colavito brings it down. for out number one. So at the wall, Rocky Colavito brings it in. Any CRPG players, by the way, the trailers for Divinity look incredible. Just saying. All right, here's George Foster. Now,
Must have
Foster.
missed that trailer for when I went and saw Song Sung Blue last night.
And here we go. The pitch is on the way. Line drive to Baxis, and he rubs Foster. So 2 up, 2 down. And here's Tim Tuffle now. Full count on Tuffle. Score lets it go. And Tuffle looks at its ball 4. So Tuffle draws the walk with 2 away. And here's Rafael Santana. 1 home run, 218 average in 1986 for the world champion Mets. And Tuffle can't read score. Pitches on the way, and Santana watches it go by. Strike 3. All right.
Santana
So
has had better
at bats, yeah, it likes to talk about that a lot. It's really cool. Divinity or the Wicker Man agreed looks very dark and good. So hey, Tessier Ashpool, welcome in. I know, right? Because of course, the Divinity role playing world. Sorry, here I go, guys. I'm tangenting. Da-da. So because I love CRPGs. So Larian Studios, they always had there's kind of like, they were humorous but very deep, excellent RPGs. Divinity Original Sin 2. Of course, Larian did the now legendary Baldur's Gate 3. But the next one, the trailer for Divinity, this is they're definitely taking a dark turn on this one. There's like nothing comical about this one, but it looks amazing so far. Larian Studios, these guys they were just down the road from where I lived in Holland, Larian Studios. So lots of game developers in that part of Holland, because Triumph Studios, makers of Age of Wonders 4, you folks should be playing Age of Wonders 4, by the way. Great game. Also in that area of Holland. I don't know what it is. Must be the water. Anyhow, so Divinity, good stuff. Wicker Man. The other one is Oath of the, or what is it? The Day, or the Daywalker or something. It's a new game coming out from CD Projekt Red, and it's a vampire, and it looks amazing. Anyhow, back to the game. Here's the pitch from Dwight Gooden. Routine grounder to Santana, and great throw to first, and Baxis is out as Hernandez makes the long stretch. All right. So you can also see there on the right-hand side that it's going to show you what the player did. So pretty cool. So Nixon up there again. We can always look at lineups and stuff like that by hitting L, just showing you guys around the game a little bit right here. And it's tracking stats as it goes along. Pretty cool little game. I love it. Gooden deals now. High fly ball into center field. Dykstra with an easy chance, and he will pull it down for out number 2. And here's Herb's score. And here's the pitch. And spins in a curve by Gooden, and Herb Score goes down on strikes, and Gooden gets his first K of the game. That does it for Cleveland. We go to the top of the third. We are knotted at 1-1. Clint Parks would like to see the Black Library branch out and do some Warhammer movies with a great sci-fi or sci-fantasy. So Clinton, you and I are big Warhammer fans, and I don't know if you've ever played Total War Warhammer. I've all 3 games and all the DLC. It's incredible. But the next thing that's coming out is Total War Warhammer 40K, and the like pre-alpha of that looks incredible, man. So I don't know if you like, these are like epic grand strategy games, but real-time combat and incredible. But yeah, Warhammer, what a great lore that is. All right, Dwight Gooden leading things off here for the Mets in the top of the third inning. Herb Score lets it go, bring in some heat, and he will pick up a strikeout. Dwight Gooden has had better at bats, Tim, so he has something in common.
Yeah.
All right, here's Ray Knight now. We're back at the top of the order.
Or how about, well, they'll get him next time.
They'll get him next time. Exactly. That's the beautiful thing about baseball. There's always next year, and we'll get him next time. What an optimistic sport where the best hitters fail 70% of the time. Ray Knight 0 for 1 today as Herb Score kicks and fires and pulls one down the line. Monoso at the wall, and he makes the catch. So 2 down here for Gary Carter. He is 1 for 1 today. And here's the pitch. And he takes outside, and he will draw the walk. So good eye up there. So Gary Carter aboard, and here comes the straw man. He is 0 for 1. And Carter, not a good lead, no surprise. Herb Score has a sign and deals. This one hit into center field. Francona ranges to his left, and he will make the catch to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-1. This is a very quick playing game. Clinton Park says never have been a big fan of that gaming genre, but doesn't mean I don't like watching you guys. So Clinton, if I start another gaming channel, and if I devote it to Warhammer, I do hope you'll show up because I know you had fun watching Inquisitor Martyr, which is an awesome Diablo style game set in the 40K universe. Tim, you're not a computer gamer, are you?
Not really,
Or a
no.
console player or anything like that? Huh?
I, to tell you the truth, after 10 hours of work and then wanting to watch sports later on, not really much time to do.
Sure. Oh, I got you. Definitely. I mean, I get it. I don't. So like I game every night. If I do, most of it is on here, with you guys. You've been my number one fan. There we go.
I mean,
Yeah.
God knows I have enough sports games on my Sega Genesis that if I really wanted to
Oh
get
yeah.
back to doing that, then I could. But
See, I got to cheat. I use emulators. I don't have an actual Genesis, so lucky you.
yeah,
But I love those things because now I can play all the Amiga games that I used to play when I was an undergraduate. So it's like, yeah, this is cool, man. I can
well, I
play
had to get
Amiga again.
well, it was a couple years ago for Christmas. Mom got me the Sega did not come with a thing to convert the RCA cables.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to get one of those and then
Mm.
get a AV to HDMI converter, and then had to get me a HDMI switcher, which is you plug like 5 different things into one like receptacle, and then you hook it into the back of your TV, and then you just have a remote that says, "Boy, which one do you want?"
Uh-huh.
So you can hook up like 5 different things to it.
Oh, cool. That is really cool.
Yeah.
I
So
yeah, those and you know what? The games in the bygone days, buddy, they did not hold your hand. As Vic Power steps in, he's 0 for 1. Gooden has the sign and deals. This one a hard drive to first, and Keith Hernandez takes it to the bag unassisted. And MV says the play-by-play is cool. It is
yeah,
for its time. It's really really good. I don't know whether Jason Leonard and Shannon Lynn have done any sort of enhancements to it because I never got to play this game back in the day. I remember hearing about the game, and then I saw some advertisements for it, and I know in the old kind of compute magazines, you would always have the back cover, full color ad of Micro League Baseball and Sparky Anderson talking about the baseball Buddha in Micro League Baseball. But Full Count Baseball was kind of like a black and white, maybe half page ad or whatever. And I'm like, boy, I'll bet you that was a really cool game. And it was Sports Time Machine a couple years ago said, guess what? Full Count Baseball. There's like files and there's a guy working on making it playable again. And here it is. So finally getting a chance, and I love it. And guys, again, just go get it. It's free. It's free. So Clinton says he's tired working so hard to build his baseball leagues. He gets tired. Yeah, working so hard to build his baseball leagues, he gets tired. Still hoping you can enter your defense ratings with pocket pennant run. Question a while back on a play, not sure how to record it. Maybe you can ask me here. I can maybe figure it out. The fielding ratings are supposed to be coming next year, Clinton, and I'm the other, and of course I'm hoping for some other things like undo features for you were here last. I don't know if you saw Tim last night. I messed up, and I was doing strat with pocket pennant run and accidentally put the guy I wanted in the batting order put ninth, and I was like, oh shit! And there was no way to undo it. So um, if I would have done that in another game, I could undo. So bah. Base hit, runner is out going to third. I have to bring a pocket pennant run, but I think, yeah, there's a way to do that. So, but I have to
yeah.
bring that. That's using the manual input, not the buttons that are there. That's one of the weird ones. But let me look at it, Clinton. Jimmy Pearsall. Here we go. Here's the pitch from Dwight Gooden. Pearsall looking for his pitch. Gooden into the windup, and Pearsall drops one to the left field. So a little parachute job, and Jimmy Pearsall is aboard. All right, Francona 1 for 1. Indians trying to break up a tie here with one down. Francona swings through it, strikeout for the dock. That's number 2. So I do love that it tracks those. That's one thing that Micro League Baseball didn't do, if I recall correctly. All right,
They just
and
score from home. Oh, geez.
what's that?
It made you score from home. Most people like to score in bars.
Oh man, they don't call him the best color man in the league for nothing. This one thumped to center field. Dykstra with the easy chance taps the glove, and that does it. The other thing I like about the little line score down here is the old fashioned kind of. Do you see how the innings are divided into threes? I
Mhm.
like that look because it reminds me of like old little league parks and stuff like that. Yeah,
So speaking of the best color man in the business, so I was
that's
at
you. But yeah,
movies
hmm
last night,
hmm
and Beverly D'Angelo did something because I guess might be doing this for other states. So look out. Uh, because America's celebrating 250 next year, there will be events for, I believe, free movies, and
oh
one of
wow.
them will be Major League, at least in Ohio.
Oh,
They'll show it.
oh,
So
I hope those
there,
they better show it
there are
here.
free showings because, and they now this better not be like the one they tried to they do at Jacobs Field the one time where they played the censored version. Uh-uh.
No, you got to play it straight up, and
Yes,
yeah, yeah. That is such. I mean, it is a comedy, but I think Major League also is one of those baseball movies that really pays a great homage to the game itself.
yes.
It really, really does, and it gets in those little field of dreams or natural moments, like the one when Jake Taylor, right, night before opening day, and he hits pantomimes the home run, and I mean that was
That was far well done.
yeah, but I mean that was such a great part of that movie. The soundtrack was amazing, of course. You're not gonna go wrong with was it the that was oh god, the Righteous
Randy
Brothers.
Newman.
Yeah, Randy Newman's soundtrack, but then the song, the main
I
song,
will go the river
just great. Yeah, that was Randy. Yeah,
along
great
the
stuff.
river.
And I love this the groundskeepers in that game.
Yeah, they're poopy.
Yeah, I'll just say, yeah, they're still shit. All right, here's Keith Hernandez. Hernandez, nothing for one today. We're on the top of the fourth here. 1986 Mets versus the 1959 Indians in full count baseball. And here's the delivery from Herb Score. Weak liner out to Baxis, and he catches it on a dive. So good play out there at second. One down for Nails. Dykstra's nothing for one today. And the pitch is on the way by Herb Score. High pop fly into short right. Colavito comes in and he makes the grab. Two Mets up, two Mets down, and brings up Mr. Foster. Herb Score brings it to the plate. Foster grounds hard to second. Easy throw to first. Backs is slow coming in. Gun to first now. And Foster is out of there. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. 1-1, both teams scoring their runs in the first. So let's keep it rocking. Here's Minnie Minoso. Full count on Minoso. And Gooden checks and deals. Minoso pulls the trigger and goes down on strikes. And Tim, we should have. He's had better at bats. I'm gonna make
Do
this into.
not play the head better at bats drinking game, or else you may not last through the night.
Exactly. All right, here
Unless you want to
is.
take the non-alcoholic eggnog.
No, well, there you go. Here's Woody Held, full count, payoff pitch. And Gooden comes with a heat steer, right three. And he's had, I would be so slammed right now. I would be so slammed if we made this into a drinking game. All right. Baxis is up with two down here for Cleveland. And Gooden has a sign from Carter. Another full count and slider at the knees, and that's a whiff by Gooden. Number 5. We go to the top of the fifth. Better game so far, Tim. I wasn't expecting it. We got
No,
us a little pitchers duel going on here. 1-1-0 for the Mets, 1-3-0 for the Indians. As Tim Tuffle stands in. Herb Score. Let's go. And Tuffle rips him down the left field line. This one rolling into the corner, and that's going to be a leadoff double for Tuffle. All right, here's Rafael Santana. He is 0 for 1 today. The kick and the pitch by Score. This one blasted to short. We'll say a liner, held up with it, throw to first. Santana is out and looking Tuffle back on the play. So one away, and here is Dwight Gooden. So what do we want to do here, Tim? Because we know Gooden's going to
I
try to
would
bunt.
say that you even with
You want to bring
one
corners
out,
in or let him swing?
I think I'd probably let him swing. If he's on
Or
first base,
just
I'd bunt him, but second base, swing away.
all right, we'll leave our infield normal then. All right. And he deals. And Gooden slaps to second. Baxa scoops it up. And the throw to first. Gooden is out at first. And on the play, Tuff will move to third. So two away.
The same thing
And
as the sacrifice, pretty much.
right. The unintentional sacrifice, I guess. And here's Ray Knight. Nothing for two today against Herb Score and the Indians. Knight waits, and here is the pitch. Bouncer right at third. Jimmy Pearsall stops it, guns it on to first. It's a sidearm throw to first, even as so quick throw to first, and Ray Knight is out. So again, some of the play-by-play is going to get a little wonky, but it's fun. All right, so we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. It is 1-1. All right, it'll be Nixon leading things off here. Here's the payoff pitch, and this one rolled to second. Tuffle picks it off the turf, short throw to first, and Nixon is out at first. And I guess we're going to have Ray Knight out at first for the remainder of the game. So this game is still being developed. So there's some little things you got to put up with. But that doesn't matter. I would just say that the Cleveland faithful were so happy that Ray Knight was out at first that somebody just told the scoreboard operator, leave that up there for the rest of the game. Why not? All right, here we go. Here's the pitch to score, and he takes the pitch and goes down on strikes. So Dwight Gooden has fan six in this game, and here comes Vic Power, nothing for two. And a weak pop fly, Santana under it, and he will make the catch. All right, so that does it for Cleveland. We go to the top of the sixth, still 1-1. Mick says the graphics overflowed the windows for the play-by-play. Yep, exactly. So welcome to this is basically running like it's like in a shell. So this isn't really, it's not a Windows program. So I do remember back in the day things like this happening. But I'm not going to restart the game just for this. I like it, and it's not really including any information. But good call there, Mick. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I don't even think the alt enter trick is going to help with this. So we're going to roll with it, Tim, because that's how
Sure.
we roll, right? All right, here's Gary Carter today. He is 1-for-1. Score delivers, check swing. They're going to appeal to first, and Gary Carter will draw the walk. And here's the straw man. Nothing for two. Herb Score keeping the runner close. Checks and pitches, and a slider down in the way. Darryl Strawberry strikes out, has better at bats, take another shot, and here's Keith Hernandez. With the one away, Gary Carter at first. Herb Score kicks and fires. Hit on the nose to the pitcher, and Gary Carter is out at second. Woo, nice play there by Herb Score. This guy was really quick. So let me ask you a question. We're talking about the Indians. So Herb Score is a guy you hear a lot about with the Indians. Not right. But here's another guy that I think deserves a lot more press, and that was Al Rosen. You got some thoughts on him? Again, we're going back in time with him.
Besides the fact that he was I don't really have many, just know the name somewhat, but
Okay.
he was he part of the 1920 team or 48 team?
I think Rosen played in the 30s and 40s. We'll have to look up baseball reference,
Okay.
but he was a really good baseball player.
Yeah,
And
I think if I'm not mistaken, he probably hit like the 350s or higher even for some years.
he was really, really good there. Clinton's telling us here,
Oh, the
hell of a
hitter, yeah.
hitter. Al Rosen. You don't hear a lot about Al Rosen, but yet
I want to say
on
his number is retired by the Indians.
yeah, it's retired by the Indians, and a lot of all-time greats leagues in different baseball sims. Al Rosen is on the roster, so I was just wondering whether he gets much press still, like by the Cleveland talking about Al Rosen or something, because he was quite a hitter.
I sadly think that he was on the 48 team. Somebody on the 48 team should still be played 47 to 56 with the Indians.
Hmm.
So anybody that's on the 48 team should still be in pretty high regard.
Yeah, you would think. So his best season, he hit
336. Okay.
336 in 1953. That's nothing to sneeze about at all.
No.
I'm not saying he's a Hall of Fame player, but he was a very good player.
No.
John says if he'd been a Yankee, everybody would know him. That's true.
Yep. Like Joe
And,
Gordon.
yeah, Flash Gordon. There's another one. Hell of a hitter too. And if Christy Mathewson had been, or if Walter Johnson had been a Yankee, then people would like I do now, consider him the greatest pitcher of all time. So Al Rosen also won the MVP in 1953. So
Hmm.
There you go. He's a good, solid, steady player.
Yeah.
Lenny Dykstra. Here we go. Here's the pitch. All right, score delivers. Dykstra takes it high, and holds up and draws the walk. All right, so
Okay.
Lenny taking it high there. Hmm. Okay. Oh my God, my
Foster
God.
is not Australian for bunt,
Foster's out straight for bunt.
but I
All
guess
right.
he's Australian for pinch hit for me.
Yeah, it looks like we got Mookie Wilson. So Red Sox fans love this guy. And here's the delivery, curveball up and away, and that's strike three. And Wilson slam, take a shot. All right. So we go to the bottom of the sixth. Uh, these teams playing it tough. Here's Jimmy Pearsall now. Pearsall, 1 for 1 on the day. And here's the pitch, grounded near second. Tuffle plays it off his chest, sidearm throw to first, and Pearsall is out.
Welcome,
And
legends.
Legend Sports Universe says Al Rosen off to a great start in year 5 of the franchise Stars Baseball League. How you doing, Legends? Good to see you, dude. Doing a little full count baseball here, graphic artifacts and all. Yeah, Al Rosen, hell of a player. So I guess you have like those guys that are sort of franchise players that people are like, yeah, you know. So I know for the Pirates, like Kenta Colvey would be a player like that. Steve Blass. So they're in the like the Pirates Hall of Fame, but they're
Or
not
like a Roy Face or
Roy Face, right? But these are guys who are not going to make the baseball Hall of Fame, but within their own franchises. And I've just always thought that Al Rosen would be one of them, and there we go. He's even doing it in the FSBL. So legends, when you got some baseball coming up again, man, we all want to know. Inquiring minds want to know because it's only 12-17. You could at least do a triple header. All right. And Gooden throws way inside at the knees, ball 4. So the Indians with a potential go-ahead run on at first. All good, just wrapped up a football broadcast. Thought I'd swing by the ballpark. You are always welcome to be here. By the way, Legends, guys, in addition to his great franchise stars baseball league, and of course, the football that he does and everything, the boxing, all that, he's going to be at some point. He hasn't said when, so let's not put the pressure on him. But if anybody has been really curious about how Legends does his projects, whether it's in Madden or MLB The Show or what have you, he's going to be starting a podcast talking about some of these things. I know I'll be tuning in uh, because, at least for the MLB The Show. Although I watched him through some of the process in Madden, and if you guys think what he did in MLB The Show was difficult, what he did with Madden football is like just incredible. So try to keep everybody posted, and please do subscribe to. We got 23 people here, so come on. If you haven't subscribed to Legend Sports Universe, please do so. He says, if not, no baseball tomorrow, probably Monday, and we'll be hoping to see that podcast at some point. But the man is running and running them well every sport around the big ones. And he says right now he's got chaos going into the final weeks of the. I don't know if he calls the franchise stars football league, but there you go. So you guys definitely want to check that out. All right, good to deal to Rocky Colavito and connects this one to deep right center field, rolling all the way to the wall. This is a double, and Francona is going to score. Tim bringing him some good luck here in the bottom of the sixth. The 1959 Indians pull ahead of the 86 Mets. It's 2-1.
and there was much rejoicing.
Yay!
Yay.
I didn't know you were a Python fan, dude.
Of
That's
that
it.
movie, yes.
Oh my God, love it. Podcast starts January 9th, everybody.
Okay.
So, and the ratings work will just be part of that. He said he's going to do a lot of real life sports history tied into the Legend Sports universe. So that's exciting stuff. Cannot wait for that, Legends. Mick says Rosen was inducted into the Indians Hall of Fame, the Cleveland Sports Hall of Fame, the Jewish Sports Hall of Fame, and the Texas League Hall of Fame. How about that? Blaine Shores, welcome in. Welcome to the family, says, hey, everyone. Everybody says hi to Blaine. Everybody says hi, Blaine.
Blaine.
Yeah. How you doing, Blaine? Welcome in. The only channel where it takes 5 hours to do a baseball game. Welcome in, man. Welcome to the
Now we're trying
family.
to speed this along here.
We are. Tim will be saying, and then, yep, Tim's keeping me going here. All right, Minnie Minoso.
To further Python this, go ahead and we'll do it after this one.
Yeah, right now the room service bounce. Wide throw at first, but they're able to get Minnie Minoso. So good play there by Keith Hernandez to stay with the ball. And now to the best color man in the league once again.
And if you're a true Pythonish, if you're pulling from the same movie, get on with it.
Get on with it. Exactly. That should be the motto here. People just yell, get on with it, and I will.
Actually, it should start with me, and then everybody else in the chat can scream at the same time, get on
Get
with
on
it.
with it. We should rehearse that. All right, here we go.
Or
Good
else everybody in
deals.
the chat will say,
But here's
knee of the knees.
oh, we have to take. I have to take a shot there. He had better at bats.
Pseudo
Welcome to our pseudo drinking game. Spam Malad is coming to Portland, Maine in June. So here's a little trivia for you Python fans, at least of that movie. I love Python. Period. What is the word that the knights who, until recently, say knee could not tolerate? What is the word? This is a different word. All right, Tim Tuffle leading things off here in the top of the seventh. 2-1 Indians lead. Davey Johnson sending up a pinch hitter, and it's going to be Wally Backman. All right,
Play
Backman.
a little bit of numbers with this team.
What's that?
I did like to play strategy with this team.
Oh yeah,
The 86 Mets. It seemed like Backman for Santana or
right.
Tuffle for Santana or,
Mm-hmm.
someone for second base. So this is well within what he usually did.
Truth Hurts Wokey says, "Good evening, everyone. Good evening, my friend. How you doing, baseball Diamond Mine baseball guru? Truth Hurts Wokey. We were talking. John was saying earlier. Midlife Crisis was saying earlier. One of these guys, geez, was saying about with he was doing Diamond Mine baseball and Action PC, right, and how both are so accurate. Got to get you on here whenever you want, man. So welcome in." There, that's it. Clinton's got it. The word is it. He says, "Oh, I've said it. Oh, I said it again." Love it. That movie's so great. All right, here's Wally Backman, 320 average, a home run in 1986. And Herb Score winds and delivers. And this will be a little single out there to left field. So Wally Backman aboard, and it brings up Rafael Santana. Santana, nothing for two today. And we have another pinch hitter. It's going to be Kevin Mitchell. 277 average, 12 home runs. All right, Score winds and delivers, and this pitch just a bit high, and Mitchell will take ball 4. And Dwight Gooden, I'm guessing Gooden's going to get the hook here. Let's see what happens, though. With no outs, though. Kind of hard to say. Yep, that's it. Boy, really, really good. Okay, so Gibbons in there now. The kick and the pitch swung on and missed. All right, so number 7 for Herb Score. So both pitchers bringing it. Another little overflow thing that happens. You can see that the line score's kind of going, but we got this. Again, for a free game, you can't complain, and an important part of gaming baseball history. I know as Clinton says, I know as I shouldn't this time of year, but Life of Brian was great. Yeah. Always look on
the bright
side of life. Da-da. Nothing blasphemous about that movie at all. If you guys check on YouTube, there's like this guy, the Church of England, this other theologian guy or something. They're going off in the pythons, and they're like, you see Jesus for like 10 seconds in the movie when he's preaching the Beatitudes. But then it's like he said, we just thought it would be funny. What would people way back? You're going to mishear things far away, and there really is nothing at all. I don't know why people lost their shit, but you know what? No such thing as bad publicity. I watched it.
What to say about the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch?
Oh, love that in Holy Grail, and the number of the counting shall be 3. But so there were a lot of the United States, especially went like bonkers. No surprise about Life of Brian, and it ended up that as theaters tried to ban it, more people just went to see it anyhow, and ended up even a bigger hit than Monty Python. Although I still think that The Holy Grail is their best movie. I really do. All right, here's Ray Knight and full count of Ray Knight and Herb Score. Let's it go. Ray Knight waiting, and he is whiffed. And take a shot, and Herb Score. We have 2 outs. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Kind of another one. There's a thing for a church having to do with Monty Python, and it has to do with the Advent candles. Thou shalt light but one candle on the first Sunday of Advent, and the number of candles shall be lighted shall be 1. 4 candles there are, but thou shalt light but one, not 2 nor 3, but 1. Stay away from the rose-colored one.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
And there was also the one about not making sure to light the rose-kindled one until the third Sunday.
Indeed. I like it. So, see, we integrate Monty Python here. So, little tip for you guys: just hit any one of the things. Like if that happens with your here, I'm pointing at the screen. I'm definitely half Italian. Um, but just hit like personnel or whatever, and then that'll come back and refresh your screen. And we can also see that Ray Knight is now gone from being out
Oh,
at first.
we missed you for 4 innings.
Yeah, bring out your dead. I'm not dead. That's there's we should just do a holy grail chat some night, man. That's just
I
classic stuff. Here's
did get
Gary
to see
Carter,
it in the
one for
theaters,
one, two
and
one.
thankfully, the audience was very good. The only line that they said out loud was, "Hey, your mother was a hamster, and your father
Sure, and
smelled
your
of elderberries
father smelled raspberries. I fart in your
in the
general
general
direction.
direction. I will
Such a
taunt
great
you a
movie.
second time."
Second time. All right, here's the pitch. This one, fastball outside. Gary Carter walks again. So the bases are loaded.
Ooh,
Indians in trouble, but two down.
yeah.
But here's Darryl Strawberry. Nothing to show in 3 attempts today. Backman at third, Mitchell at second, Carter at first. Herb score out of the stretch. Full count on Strawberry. And Strawberry still waiting. And Strawberry strikes out. Take a hit. Take a hit, take a shot, whatever. Davy Johnson making a pitching change. And so Sisk is going to come in. Gooden's day is done. So that
Toodles
was a
is
huge strikeout. Go ahead.
score due up in this inning.
Let's look, man. He is indeed. He's due up third.
I would say pinch hit for score potentially in this.
When we get there, okay, we'll do that. That'll be fun. Let's do that. All right. In the meantime, let's start out with Mr. Maxis here. He is nothing for two. All right, Sisk ready to go. And 4 wins, 2 losses, a 30.06 earned run average in 1986 for Doug Sisk. And here's the pitch. This one lined right at Wally Backman and caught. So speared out of the air, 1 away. Nixon nothing for 2 today. Agnew on deck. Sorry, had to. Pitch on the way. Hot shot to center field. Nails on his horse to his left and pulls it down. So we're going to go ahead. Do you want to pinch it for score with 2 down?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to go to Poisonell. And we want to change batter fielder. So we hit number 2. And let me see. Select a pinch hitter. So we're going to do number 1. So who do I have on my bench? Jeez. Is that all we have on our bench is Webster? Is that it? Wow.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's all we have for a bench then.
Looks like it.
I would call that a no-go then for pitching change.
Let me see. Space toggle roster. Tab toggle fielding. Oh,
Oh,
there
we
we
go.
go. That's better. That's
Okay.
better. All right. So who do you like? Who do you love?
Um, let's go with just because it's a fun. Let's go. Is that Chuck Tanner?
I believe it is Chuck Tanner.
Let's go with Chuck Tanner.
Let's Chuck Tanner. Okay, so if I do, so the number of sub. Okay, now I've never done this. This is new. So it's asking for a number. So does that mean I want 9? Okay. No, I'm not
No.
sure. No, I don't. Are you sure? No, I don't want that. No. Okay. So I got a tab again. This is so weird. No, wait. Is that how I did that? Tab
No, you
toggle.
toggle.
There we go. All
Yeah.
right. So I want select a pinch hitter. F. Yes. There we go. Chuck Tanner in there to pinch hit.
Yes,
Gotta
that is
love it.
the Chuck Tanner. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Space. Yeah. Batting 9. I mean, what else am I gonna? What? What's this doing? Batting order number 2. What? What is this doing? Do I just keep hitting 9s all the way down? How do I get back to the play? So Z is there. We go. That was me being weird. Okay, we're back. I was hitting the 2 instead of the Z or the Z, whatever you want to call it. Chuck Tanner. 250 with a home run, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. Honey Bunny says Clinton bought him an entire set of Python seasons a few years back. Awesome stuff. For those of us in the cheap seats, you can see all seasons of Monty Python on the Internet Archive. Yeah, Billy Martin. No, we saw. But did we not see Billy Martin? We did see him, did we not, Tim? Because we almost accidentally put Billy Martin in.
Huh? Didn't realize he was also on this Indians team. Okay.
Yeah, he was. He was. He was. Look, 5 personnel. Changed batter fielder, which we're not going to actually do that. And if we hit tab, there he is.
But,
Our
oh
little,
yeah, because
yeah,
I
there's
have
Bill.
the live thing there, so I didn't.
Yeah. Because I almost accidentally put it. Oh my God, I just realized you guys have been watching the game with our two. There we go. Anyhow.
Yeah.
So yeah, Billy Martin is there. And I got to click back in here. So if you guys do get this game, you got to make sure to click. You got to click in here and hang on a second. We're in a little. Let me just see if I have to do this. Oh my God, are we crashed? Is that the problem? Oh my God, guess what? We are frozen, man. No, we're not. I've just got to figure out why this isn't letting me back in or
Z
out.
for resume play.
I'm hitting the Z like crazy, man. And it's really making me want to do this. Chuck Tanner wants to hit. So I think I'm going to select a pinch hitter and let's do 9. And no, I'm not sure. Let's see if it lets me out. There we go. Okay, so we just had to force it. We're good. All right. Pretty damn stable little game. You just got to deal with it. All right, here we go. Here's the windup in the pitch from Sisk. The pitch is in the dirt, and Chuck Tanner draws the walk. All right, Vic Power. 0 for 3 today. Will he get lucky here? Indians leading this one 2-1 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Sisk delivers, and Power grounds this one to short. The ball is booted by Kevin Mitchell. So there's an error on the New York Mets, and the Indians with 2 outs have 2-1. Tanner at second, Power at first, and here is Jimmy Pearsall. 1 for 2 today. The wind in the pitch from Sisk, and base hit center field. Will that be enough? Yes, Tanner will score from second. The Indians now with a safer margin. It is 3-1. Go Tribe. All right, Francona
Yay.
in there now, 1 for 2. We have to find us a pitcher when we get to the next inning. Wind in the pitch, fly ball center field. Dykstra step to his right, and I think we have a crash. Just as I say how stable it's been. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Boy, it crashed hard, man. That sucks.
All right,
That
well, we got
sucks. We
six
got
and a half innings out
yeah,
of.
we got some entertainment. So it was darkness called, and the Cleveland Indians take this one from the New York Mets, 3-1. So there you go. I think it was me pounding around on the keys, but that was fun. That was fun.
Yeah.
Very, very fun. So in the background, going to find some. Yep, going to get a 65. Bunning versus Perry. Hey, Samuel Smith. Good evening. How you doing? Hope you're doing well, buddy. So Samuel Smith joining us, the man who wants me to spend all kinds of money. Baseball in the Roaring Twenties is his latest recommendation. So definitely
I
got
think
to
we
do
exceeded
that.
the number of pinch hitters allowed for a game.
It has to be that. It has to be that. Because why else? But it plays. I mean, plays nicely. I think it's worth it. It's again still a work in progress, but thanks to Samuel Smith, he's the guy that actually informed me that. So it was Sports Time Machine that said, "Oh, these files were around 2 years ago," and Samuel Smith is like, "Hey, full count baseball, you could play it," and I really, really do like it. I like it a lot. Tim, let's do a. If you want to hang out, let's at least put up a game of Stratnax here.
All right,
Since you're here, we got why not? Why not? Why not? We don't even have to play a game. We can just have it sort of there if we wanted. There we go. Left Forbes Fields up there. We'll leave it in a night game for now. It doesn't matter. So do you want to do? Should we do a game? Should we do something, Tim? Should we just
sure.
sit here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What do we do? Do we want DH on or off? It's your choice. Everything's your choice tonight, except for
How about we
expansion
go
teams.
off?
No, we'll do the expansion teams as long as you know who these damn players are. That's fine. That totally messed me up the other night. I'm like,
Oh, actually, I have a fun game that we could play.
Okay.
How about we do the 1993 Chicago White Sox
Okay.
against the 1993 Atlanta Braves. The if the losers of the league championship series would play.
Okay. So do we want to leave the DH on for this?
Let's have them play in the National League Park and say no DHs.
Okay, no DH. So John DFW or Samuel Smithtown says Strat Max is getting a super advanced mod next year. Hmm. So is this only playing advanced? Because I thought with the little symbols, I guess they just do the cards. So this isn't playing super advanced then. Is that would I be right on that?
That would actually be preferable because there's one thing I don't like about advanced, and that's the error system for the outfielders.
Okay.
It's two base error or nothing.
Hmm. So so bringing that would change that. All right,
Yes.
who's our visitor?
Well, our visitor would have to be the White Sox.
All right, has to be the White Sox 1993. We're going way back in the Wayback Machine. All right, 1993. And hey, Sam Cooke. Now, there was Sam Cooke. And all that time, I thought he was a singer.
He knows a lot about pitching, but doesn't know much about biology.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. All right, we got Fernandez against the Braves. Oh, the Bravos. Good God.
Yeah.
So, super
One of their
advanced
better,
mod.
the team that won 104 or 105 games and beat the Dodgers out by one game, or the Giants out by one game in the NL West, and then got bounced by the Phillies.
So we say here that, Samuel Science is going to be super advanced for the 1970 season specifically.
Okay.
Hmm. I wonder why just that. I wonder. Of course, I guess that's why it's a mod. All right. How are we with these lineups?
All
We
right.
got
So
Cora, Johnson, Thomas, Rains, Karkovice, Ventura, Burks, Guillen, and Fernandez.
uh,
Do we want to mess with the lineup? We can.
no, that sounds good. Leave it that way.
Hey, there's Spanky. I
Yep.
forgot that he went to the White Sox.
Yep.
Wow. Wow. All right. All right. Let's do next here in a second. It's a little baseball spinny, spinny, spinny.
The spin rate is very good on that ball.
It very good. No, Strat Max gets a little bit sometimes, but I love the game. All right. Sanders, Blauser, McGriffin, Justice, Gant, Pendleton, Berryhill, Lemke, and Glavin.
Yeah, let's. Oof. Is their backup catcher Greg Olson?
Let's oh yeah, well let me do the lineup. Let's see.
Yeah,
There's Greg Olson.
let Barry Hill hit.
Okay.
He's terrible, and he's a four.
All right, so we're gonna leave Barry Hill in, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. All right, good, 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 good. All right, and we are ready to rock and roll here. The 1993 Chicago White Sox against the 1993 Atlanta Braves playing in National League Park. No DH. It's going to be Fernandez versus Glavin. Baseball extravaganza brought to you by Tribe Fan. Let's do it.
Let's
Let's
do
do
it.
it. So his Indians won game tonight. So that was great. Impending darkness, but there we go. Let's turn this off and let's turn the dice on, baby. Oh God bless it. There we go. Come here, guys. Boink. There we go. This is the way to play Strat. You don't need all that fielding stuff out there. It's crazy. All
Mhm.
right, here we go. Leading it off here is Joey Cora. All
The
right,
guy who I
11.
despise being on the '98 Indians, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yep. Needless to say, he did not play very hard in the '98 LCS, and if they would have somehow magically beat the Yankees, he would not have made the postseason roster or the World Series roster.
Hmm. All right, here we go. We are on our way here. Oops, I forgot. There we go. I was clicking on the wrong damn thing. And Joey Cora is going to start off the festivities as a fly ball, and Deion Sanders has it for out number one. Right in the box now, Lance Johnson.
The one dog.
And the pitch to Johnson. And Johnson's going to draw the walk. So
And
runner aboard.
he would like to try to attempt a lead with Johnson.
Okay, so are we going to just do. So how do we do that in Strat Max? Help, help,
Yeah,
help.
probably just steal base.
Okay, there we go.
Attempt
Um,
to steal. Attempt to
so,
steal. Yeah.
okay, because he has a 20% chance to get the league.
Yep.
Do we want to attempt it? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
We shall do it. All right. Roger runner edges away from his base, and he's attempting to steal. And catcher makes the throw, guns it down there. And oh, here we go. Here we go. It's gonna be close.
He's
Oh,
out. Okay.
he
All
is
right.
out of.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Caught
That's
stealing.
blasphemy for sort of, with Frank Thomas up, but
Right. All right. And here is the big hurt. And they should make the, well, again, I mean, so the color barrier was never broken in baseball, Max, apparently. Because now this was the Frank Thomas that used to play for the Pirates, but yeah, Frank here needs a bit more of a tan, I'd say.
per se, yes.
Yeah. All right, here we go. And the pitch. Uh-oh. And base hit. So the caught stealing hurts a little bit, two down, and that would bring up Tim Raines. Tim Raines, what a superb player, Tim Raines. Gotta love him. And Raines is going to pop out to Jeff Blauser, and that will take care of the White Sox. We go to the bottom of the first inning. The White Sox nothing. The Braves coming to bat. All right, Alex Fernandez will face Dion Sanders. Neon Dion.
For a guy that hit over, I think he hit over 500 in the '92 World Series.
Mm-hmm.
Very good baseball player.
Oh yeah, should have just chosen baseball. Just
Nah,
I don't know. Was he good at football?
he's very good at football.
Was he? Okay, I
Yeah.
don't know. So that's I'm going to defer to you on that one, brother. All
Yes.
right, here's the pitch to Neon Dion. I do know he was called that.
Yes, he was.
And this is going to be a grounder out to Joey Cora on to Frank Thomas for out number one. Brings up Jeff Blauser. And here's the wind in the pitch to Blauser. And this is going to be a grounder to Joey Cora. All right, score that one 4-3, 2 up, 2 down for Atlanta in the bottom of the first.
Department of Redundancy department there.
Mm-hmm. And here's Fred McGriff, the crime dog.
Yeah, you take the
And swing and a miss. Strike three. We go to the top of the second. No score here in Atlanta, Georgia. John says, I remember when we would take a helicopter from the Falcons practice facility to the Braves games. I'd heard about that. I don't know. I think that like I often wonder, like if you're in one career like that, does it hurt? I mean, it didn't hurt Bo Jackson, I guess, a lot,
no.
but didn't work out well for Vince Coleman because he really didn't do so well in footballs. Or he's a better baseball player. But I've heard of like football players don't do as well if they try baseball, and then basketball. Michael Jordan, can't take anything away from Michael Jordan,
Oh,
great athlete, but not a good baseball player.
I'll throw another name out that played football, quit football, and then went to baseball. Brian Jordan
Brian Jordan, yeah, yeah.
actually played for the Falcons as well.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
John says, I don't think we'll see. No, I don't think so either,
No,
because that's right. If you're a football player and you get, I mean, you get a baseball injury, you're not, and vice versa. Yeah, I mean, too much of an investment in these players nowadays. So,
yeah. Plus, also, your kid only has to play this and has to play it year round.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Here's the pitch to Karkovice. And this is going to be a fly out. And Neon Dion, the guy, we've been talking about, makes the grab. So one out here, top of the second inning. And here is Hall of Famer Robin Ventura.
I mean, Hall of Fame brawler.
Hall of Fame brawler. He's a big fan of Nolan Ryan, by the way. And Ventura draws the walk. All right, so Ventura aboard.
Nolan Ryan's like, get you whippersnapper, get the hell out of here.
I mean, and Ryan tagged him, man. He wasn't playing, right?
He was not playing. No.
So here's my complaint, and I've said this before. My complaint about this game, my only complaint about Strat Max is I have the only way to find out, like, let's say if I didn't know, like Robin Ventura, right? The only way I'm going to find out if he is a base stealer or whatever is I actually have to go and look over here in his card. I wish that on this field display, I would get like an indicator, even if it's
Mhm.
color or something. That'd be really
How
nice.
about make the color of even? Well, then again, if we're rolling to get a lead, or if we're
Hmm.
just doing the straight up stealing, then
Right,
just put like red for like make different colors for different
right.
level of stealer.
Or even put his steel rating right there. It could be Robert
Yeah,
Ventura, and then
absolutely.
just put an
That too.
E, right? Yeah. Because I don't, I mean, for the White Sox, I'm not. I mean, I know Ventura's not a base stealer, but I'm kind of looking. I'm like, okay, and I don't want to be pulled out of the game, but I do like the kind of stuff here that you do get. This is pretty cool. This is another nice thing for the Oven Strat Max. So clearly, when you compare the two games, Strat Max and Apago, Strat Max, I think definitely is going to look wise. I think is going to appeal a lot more to the like modern fan, and I think Apago is going to hit that more nostalgia because it does. It looks more old school baseball. This is like so high tech. The thing I love about this too, you just get these nice ratings things at a glance, and you can see every card for the player throughout his career. What a great touch that is. Strat's got a really good product here, Tim. I really think so. And I'm saying this to a Strat guy, and I think you're fine. You're fine. You seem to be fine with this game. So,
Mm-hmm. All right.
and you can manually input your own roles in this game, by the way. To
And another former Indian, Ellis Burks.
Ellis Burks at the plate. And here is the wind and the pitch by Glavin. And this is going to be trouble, but maybe just small trouble. No, it's big trouble. It's a triple by Ellis Burks. And he's going to pick up the RBI, and the White Sox draw first blood here in the top of the second. It's 1-0 Chicago as Ozzie Guillen settles in the box. Other thing that I would love to see, but I guess strat cards don't do this, is I'd love to see actual stats. Would be really nice somewhere. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That would be really cool to see that. But I know I can see. I just got to go elsewhere to see them. But it'd be nice to have actual stats. But I'm picking nits, as they say. All right, here we go. Here's the pitch. And they're getting to Glavin a little bit here. And this is going to be a base hit. Base hit by Guillen. This is a hard little ground ball to right field. And Ellis Burks will come in to score. So Ozzie Guillen picking up the RBI single. And Chicago now leads 2-0. Still only one down here in the top of the second inning as Alex Fernandez steps to the plate.
Oh yeah, using the generic pitcher hitting card number one.
Ah,
Number
there we go.
one.
Number one. All right, and the pitch. And pretty much your basic fly out to center. Deion Sanders makes the grab. So two down. We swing back around. Here we go. Joey Cora in the box now. 0 for 1 on the day. Glavin ready to deal. Here's the pitch to Joey Cora with one on. And Joey Cora draws the walk. And I have no idea who's. Am I? Yeah, good gracious. So I don't know what the Braves. We're not managing the Braves, man. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah, but they're going to stay with Glavin. It looks like
He's only
getting
given up
to him.
2 runs, and it's still early.
Yeah, good point. All right, here's Lance Johnson. Lance Johnson's got some speed, man. He definitely got some speed. You got to love that double A stealing.
Yes, that's why I had him attempt to last time, just didn't work out.
John
Glad him.
says, feel free to put together a list of StratMax suggestions and I'll forward it to them to their team. Okay, John. So my first one would be I would like to be able to just click on field and be able to see because they do have the ratings for defense here, but I'd like if they could just add that little whatever their stealing grade is would be really really nice. So that would be absolutely huge for me, even more than seeing real life stats for that season. Just being able to see run rating would be great, John. Thank you, man. I'll have probably a couple other, but certainly that would be huge. I'm sorry, Tim. I didn't mean to cut you
Oh,
off.
sorry. No, no.
All right, here's the pitch to Lance Johnson.
Yeah, it'd be interesting
And
though.
what's that? It
Another
flies
thing.
out to Dion. And go ahead, Tim. We go to the bottom of the second.
Well, usually for if they kind of make the super advanced mod. Now,
Mm-hmm.
granted, I don't know if this gets worked in or not, but usually for super advanced, you roll a 20-sided die before you start the at bat. If there's a runner
Right.
on base to determine wild pitch or balk or pass ball. So I wonder how they're trying to incorporate that into this.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know when I watch I've watched you, I've watched you do that. I've watched David baseball demos do it. And now that you mention, it's like, yeah, I haven't seen that D20 roll in this game. So and I didn't realize that was a super advanced thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that might be another. Oh, the first dice roll behind the scenes. So if you see something where you'll probably see you'll see somebody move to second base just out of the blue, and
Right.
then it should come up with something like balk, wild pitch, pass ball, something. Okay,
Okay. John,
all
yeah,
right.
John says he thinks it's rolled behind the scenes. I think it'd be cool to see it, but um,
Yeah, it's kind of like extraneous, I guess, but you could just kind of have something pop up.
right. So I like the little effects in there. It's definitely got the modern baseball vibe. Yeah, I've seen them too playing. I had completely forgot until Tim just mentioned this about the D20. All right, so David Justice leading things off here for the Bravos in the bottom of the second inning.
While he was still married to Halle Berry.
Yeah, not very nice to her, was he?
No, he was not.
Fly ball out to center field. Lance John and I mean Halle Berry. Oh, ooh. Anyhow,
Yeah, Bedford, Ohio's own, and I share a birthday with her.
oh, you do.
Yes.
Wow, I'm gonna get you in. Well, next time I talk to her, I'm gonna get you guys hooked up.
She's
Yeah,
way out of my league.
and then I came out of my isolation chamber. Here's Ron Gant. Ron Gant always hurt the Pirates. He just always drive me nuts. Fly ball, and Tim Raines has this one out in left field. It's a two away, and that will bring up Terry Pendleton. All right, and Pendleton is going to ground out Joey Cora to Frank Thomas. That will take care of the Braves. We go to the top of the third inning. The White Sox lead the Braves 2-0 here in the rematch of the also Rans in 1993. Brought to you by Tim and Tribe Fan 879, wherever Tribe fans are sold.
Yes.
This is a really bad commercial.
Frank Thomas, known as the Big Hurt, had Big Hurt pinball and did not get paid a dime for his likeness.
He didn't.
No.
Well, he's doing those what commercials he's doing now. The
The eugenics, yeah.
yeah, those things. So he's probably getting his money there. But so he didn't get paid. Did he sue?
I don't believe he did because I think Gottlieb, the company that did it, went bankrupt before he probably could.
That's the way to do it. Paul, how you doing? He says we love a chinwag. How you doing, Paul? Paul. I'm going to send you a
And
message. There's a feature that needs adding into Pocket Pennant Run Baseball, and hopefully Craig can do it because somebody asked me a question about adding a player to an existing team, and I learned that you can and you can't at the same time. So life is good, huh? That's right. As we say in Italian, vita bella, huh? And vino vita. So when you put them all together, uh, life and wine are good, and life is good because of wine, and wine is good because of life. And I'm done with my linguistics lesson. As Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. Here we go. Why can't well, you? I'll tell you in a second here, Paul. What you can't do. We got a split reading here. Better chance for a line out, and indeed it's going to be. So the Big Hurt puts a little bit of a hurting, but lines it right to third baseman Terry Pendleton. So what I was trying to do, or what it was, one of our family members, Sir Kevin, wanted to do, Paul, in Pocket Pennant Run was, and so I tried the experiment. So I like the 1971 Pirates, and I wanted to add Lou Gehrig. So I'm typing in all the stuff for Lou Gehrig, the four ratings, but it doesn't bring in the historical data or anything on his team. On it didn't do that for the 1971 Pirates. All you get are the Pocket Pennant Run ratings A, B, C, and D. It says your player is whatever, no historical reference, and it doesn't bring in Gehrig's picture or anything. So he's on there, but you can't see his stats or anything. And I thought, okay, wait a minute, this game has 8 databases and all other kinds of modules. It draws on it. Why can't it draw on it in that? So this is like having an existing team that you brought in the create a team module, right? The top box or whatever. And if you wanted, because what Kevin wanted to do is just activate a player that was on that roster. But I wanted to see whether you could bring, like you can in other well, not this game, but like other baseball games, uh, whether you could put Lou Gehrig on the 1971 Pirates, and you can do that, but just for the ABCD ratings. There's no stats, anything like that. So I know what the workaround is to actually create the team, right? You can create the team and then you'll have everybody. But it'd be nice to be able to just mix things up. Because again, our Red Sox fan a year or so ago did a thing where he put an unretired Ted Williams on the 1962 Mets, and it was a real blast. So it's not a high priority, but it would be really cool if that could be added. And it shouldn't be a hard fix with all those databases. All right, here's Tim Raines, and here is the pitch to Tim Raines. One down here in the top of the third inning, and Raines is plunked by Tom Glavine. So here we go. Batter injured on the play, so Tim Raines is hurt. We got to
Okay,
get
let's
us a
see who we have
pinch runner.
here. Or,
All right.
let's see. We can put in. Let's go with. Oh boy, what position is Raines playing? Left field.
Raines is playing left. Yep.
I guess we have to go to Vincent Edward Bo Jackson.
We shall indeed put Mr. Jackson in there. I like the little flashy thingies. There we go. It says Paul says this is a good request. I think the all-time greats are showing historical stats now, but I will check that one out. Yeah, that would be super super cool. Because I mean, as I explained to Kevin at the top of this broadcast, that we'll catch it later, is that if you're playing and just using the ratings and you're playing physical cards and dice or whatever, that works. But if you want those stats and everything, and that just kind of took me off guard. Not a knock on Pocket Pennant Run. It was something I'd never tried doing before, because I've made teams like you did with the National League and American League All Stars. I've done it. I started last year, Paul, to replicate the Appa Bats set, but you guys were putting out like just crazy updates all the time, and I'm like, I'm just going to wait for a little while to do that instead of having to keep moving everybody over. But man, loving the game, loving the game. The other thing, if you saw my video last night, and it was my screw up, I put the pinch hitter in the wrong spot in the order or something like that. And in game, you can't change that. I wonder if it's possible to get an undo button for Egypts like me, please, because we had to stop the game and finish it and strat. So next is bulk import of teams. That's super cool. So that bulk import of teams is going to, and I already again pimped out your the baseball HQ, by the way, because MV was asking about tournaments, and I said, man, here's what you need, and it's already in the game, and MV has the game. So bulk import of teams, that's exciting. That's going to be fun. Now I want to do 1,000 more projects, Tim. This is worse than crack. So Bo Jackson in there. My goodness gracious, here we go. What do we want to do with Bo? What did I have him try? Let's look. See again. Let's look at Bo Jackson, because I don't know his steal rating, man.
I would probably say
No,
yeah.
he ain't going anywhere. He ain't.
Yeah.
He's just going to hang out, but that's all right. Bo knows hanging out, right?
At this point, he did not know what a hip was, or at least in one leg, he did not.
Good point. Good point. All right, Glavine deals to Karkovice. One down, and Karkovice swung on, and this one out to center field. Deion Sanders earning his paycheck. 2 down. So you'll bulk import, and it will create HQ export. Wow. That's super cool, Paul. So looking forward to 2026 and continued enhancement of Pocket Pennant Run baseball. All right, brings up Robin Ventura. Robin Ventura in the box now, two down. Chicago with a 2-0 lead here. And here's the pitch by Tom Glavine. And Ventura will look at a called strike three. And now we've got to fix our missing position here.
Yeah.
And but we're just going to keep Jackson where he is out there. You want to keep him
Yep.
in left?
Yeah, please.
Let's do it. Let us do it. Do it. Do it. All right, we are ready to rock and roll. Season set up in 10 minutes, not counting planning. Obviously, that is really nice. Wow, love it. I love it, Paul. Looking forward to it. All right, who do we got here? Damon Berryhill leading things off. Berryhill. We were talking about Berryhill early in the game. And the pitch to Mr. Berryhill. And this one, long fly ball. This is going to get down the left field line, rattle around in the corner. And when the dust settles, Damon Berryhill has himself a leadoff double here in the Atlanta third. Didn't understand the other one. You mean fielding positions or batting order? So I'd have to go back and look at what I did. But I think I put the player I think I put him down in the wrong spot because I was monitoring that game and I had this off screen, Paul, so that I was actually rolling, quote unquote, playing strat, but using pocket pennant run just as the board game assistant with no dice at the bottom to just show people again that you don't even need to use the strat dice that are there to play that, which because it wouldn't make sense. So I was trying to make a change. It was a pinch hitter. It wasn't the pinch hitter thing. It was after I did a pinch hitter and I plopped Rod Gaspar, I think it was, into the wrong spot. And in game, I couldn't move him up or down. And I wish there was an undo button. And so there was no way I was able to keep the rosters and pocket pennant run, right, the lineups with Baseball Max. So that's all. It was just an undo button. It was a mistake. I clicked into the wrong space. But no big deal. That was my error, just being Egypt that I am. All right, here's Mark Lemke. And Alex Fernandez deals 2-0 Chicago lead here in the bottom of the third inning. And
Oh, boy.
Lemke, little tapper to Frank Thomas. David Berryhill's going to move to third. So Atlanta trying to get on the board here with one away, and they're just 90 feet away from it. And that brings up Tom Glavine.
Probably
All
using
right.
pitcher hitting card number 3 or number 4.
So I guess you would know just by looking at that, right? Because I'm looking at
Almost.
this and almost okay.
The number 1, I almost know right off the bat because number 1, the only time you get on is on a 210, and that's a walk.
Okay.
But there are some, like number 8 might have, don't know if they have home run chances, but they have like double chances.
Okay. All right, here we go.
I
So
could
much
tell
to learn about strat. Jeez.
Tom Glavine's stories about hockey, but we won't go there now.
Okay. Glavine grounds out. So
Maybe if he
Tapper to
comes up one
Fernandez.
more time at bat, I'll pull up the Tom Glavine story.
Oh, absolutely. You pull it up anytime you want.
Actually, all right. So while
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Tom Glavine's gone, so there is the infamous Tom Glavine scorecard where he is on skates. And the
Really?
reason that he was on skates was that because he was drafted by the Los Angeles Kings in the NHL draft ahead of a couple future Hall of Famers.
Oh, yeah?
One of them, I believe, being Brett Hull.
Oh, wow.
Let me pull this up real quick so that I
Yeah,
have the
please
story.
do. That's of
But
course. We
yeah,
have a lot of
so
hockey fans here. So
this
yeah.
was, I think, a score or a pinnacle card.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on skates. It's like, why is he on skates? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah. So he got drafted, I think, in the 4th round by the Los Angeles Kings before he ever got drafted for whatchamacallit. Yeah, in '84 he got drafted by the Kings, so, and then 4 years later he get taken, or 3 years later he got taken by the Braves because his rookie card is 88 tops.
Wow.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
69th overall, so second or third round. 2 rounds before Brett Hull, who had 700 goals and probably know his dad Bobby, and
Right, right,
then
yeah.
another one by a future Kings legend, Luke Robitaille.
I know that name too.
Okay, yeah, Robitaille was a ninth round pick, so yeah, he was drafted
Wow.
ahead of both of them and did not play one bit for the Kings.
So, I mean, but hell of a hockey player, huh?
Yeah,
I mean, wow. I didn't know that. I didn't know Glavin played hockey.
yeah,
I just
and
know him
then
as a superb pitcher, you know.
well, then again, there's also the Chris Drury thing that we could go to. Where he played for Trumbull, Connecticut in the '89 Little League World Series, and then essentially made his career in the NHL.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That is so wild. So we were talking about two sports athletes. Could you imagine how exhausting it would be? Because I mean, and a lot of people just hear me out on this, right? So you play one football game a week, but imagine if you're a baseball player and a hockey player, because
Very
hockey is
different seasons, thankfully, but
very different seasons. But it's a grueling season. You're not playing just one game a week in hockey, and the
no,
Stanley Cup isn't just one game. And I still say hockey players tell football players, hold my beer.
yes, they do.
Jeez, I could you imagine the kind of stamina it would take to play baseball and hockey? Good God.
Yeah. Well, also you figure that's probably why Glavin's good with the handling the stick. Is probably because he, you know, had to, you know, try to handle a puck.
Right, right, right. Which goes a hell of a lot faster than a baseball when you hit it
Right.
too, and
Yeah.
not as
And I
easy to
always say the
see, I
first
would think.
baseman should try to be goaltenders,
Hmm.
except for the fact that I don't think any of them have cat-like quickness to try to stop a 90-mile-an-hour slap shot.
So yeah, I never ever knew that about Tom Glavine. That is so cool. Two
Mhm.
out, runner on third. And here's Deion Sanders. So can Deion Sanders plate the first run for the Atlanta Braves? We're about to find out. As Fernandez deals, here comes the pitch. And
Okay.
yes, he's going to. Is he going to do it big or just do it enough? He's going to do it enough. And that will be a base hit, lined to right field, and Damon Berryhill will come in to score. And Atlanta now on the board. It's 2-1, so cutting the White Sox lead in half. Two down, runner on at first, and here's Jeff Blauser. Jeff Blauser, nothing for one in the game. And here's the pitch to Blauser. And Blauser's going to tap out a single here, I think.
Yep, he
He
will.
indeed he will. Rolls a 7.
Very generous ballpark effects here in Atlanta. 1-12 for a single. Holy shit!
Absolutely, yeah. So singles, this is a line drive to center, and Deion Sanders is going to move to second. So the Braves mounting a bit of a threat here as Fred McGriff strides to the plate. The Braves bringing one in here in the bottom of the third. It's 2-1. McGriff nothing, 0 for 1 in the game. Fernandez deals, and it's a double. And they're hitting Alex. They're hitting Alex Fernandez pretty hard. Runners being waved home, and defense has choice. So do we want to throw for the lead runner or stop the other runner from advancing? Tim, what do you say, man?
Let's stop the other runner from advancing. 80% chance. Let him score.
All right. And throw cut off. Runner scores. Sanders scores. Blauser scores. Ouch.
Oof.
So now the Atlanta Braves jump into the lead. It's 3-2. Atlanta over Chicago. And here's David Justice, two down, a runner in scoring position. David Justice, nothing for one. And the pitch by Alex Fernandez. And it says clutch, clutch, clutch. And this
There's a
one
pass.
gets by. We got us a pass ball. And McGriff now moves to third. Things starting to fall apart here for the
Can
White
we bring the
Sox.
infield in?
We will definitely bring the infield in. Try to cut off this run. How about it? All right. So Chicago looking for this elusive third out.
Oh, not
David
oh,
just
not with 2 outs. Sorry, not with 2 outs. I didn't realize there were 2 outs. So put the infield back to normal.
okay. We can definitely do that. Infield back. There we go. All right.
So a little 2-out rally here by the Braves.
Indeed. And here we go. Here is the pitch by Fernandez looking for that out, and he does get it. Fly ball into left field. Bo Jackson has it. but the damage has been done. Atlanta not only gets on the board, but takes the lead. It's 3-2 as we head to the top of the fourth inning. And we will see Ellis Burks, Ozzie Guillen, and Alex Fernandez. All right, Burks 1-for-1 in the game. Glavin now enjoying a 1-run lead, and he lets it go. And Ellis Burks is going to open the festivities here in the fourth with a walk. And here's Ozzie Guillen now. Guillen 1-for-1. Runner being held on at first. Glavin peers in, has the sign, and here is the pitch. And this one, fly ball out to right center field. David Justice on his horse, and he will grab it for out number one.
I would
Fernandez, nothing for
Fernandez.
All right. There we go. Blink. And yes. And he does get the bunt down, and we got a sacrifice. So there we go. Fernandez gets the job done. McGriff will move into scoring position. All right. Brings up Joey Cora, who is nothing for one. Pitch to Cora.
Not the column you want.
Not the column you want. So grounder to score this one 5-3, and that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. The Braves lead the White Sox 3-2. Brings up Ron Gant. So we will see Ron Gant, Terry Pendleton, and Damon Berryhill do up for the Braves here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 1993 action here. Great suggestion here by Tim. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. And here's the it's going to be trouble. What do we got here? What do we got here? It's going to be a single. And indeed it is. So base hit by Ron Gant. Line shot over left. Runner aboard now.
Let's see. Gant would have been. Hold on. What was Gant's? What is his? The parenthesis range.
So I'll bring up his card and you can tell me.
Okay. So Gant starts at an 18. So do you see the two numbers in parentheses?
I'm seeing parentheses.
Up at the top. Next to where it says stealing.
Oh, yeah, here. Yeah.
Okay, so the 18 would be the first number. That's what he starts with.
Okay.
And then you reduce it by the hold rating and the catcher arm. And then that maxes out at -5, and then you can add another -2 for being held on.
Okay.
It looks like Glavin was a -3. I'm going to guess Berryhill at best is probably a -1, maybe a 0.
Shall we look?
Yeah, let's look at Berryhill's arm.
Okay.
Karkovice's arm.
Karkovice's arm. Yeah, I was going to say. Wrong team. All right. So.
Oh, he's a -4. Whew.
So that's a good arm.
That is very good.
Yeah.
And what's Fernandez's hold rating as a pitcher? -1. They're going to hold him on, but he's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Because that's takes 7 away from his steal rating. He'd be 1-11.
Okay. So let me see. If I'm hitting this, I guess we are holding runner. Or no, why does it say runner not held? No, we want the runner held.
Yeah, you want the runner held.
Yeah. Yes. There we go. I just wish that the little graphic would jump over there like it does in baseball for Windows. But it's okay. It's cool. Just got to pay attention. All right, here we go. Is Terry Pendleton. He is nothing for one. Here's the pitch to Pendleton.
Oh,
and swung. Uh-oh.
Drive.
Oh, that's one well hit. Open the window, Aunt Mindy. Pendleton is going to go downtown, baby. And now the Atlanta Braves lead this one 5-2.
Downtown, where balls are hit very far downtown.
So Tim is he's channeling his inner Petula Clark there.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, well done, sir. Well done indeed. All right, so Terry Pendleton with the big blast here. So Atlanta putting crooked numbers up in the board in the third and fourth, 3 in the third, and
I almost want to see what happens if somehow Fernandez allows another run. whether they will invoke the super advanced rule of if you give up 6 or more runs in 2 consecutive innings, that the pitcher is automatically considered fatigued or
Let's
ineffective.
okay. Let's see. Oh, so does it? So in Strat at that point, if he's considered ineffective, does he start? Is it like that downgrade process in the way I'm thinking of it, like to have in
The
pocket pennant run, or is he just like going to just give
the
up hits on
only
balls?
downgrade is, so you see on the 4-7 where there's a dot next to the strikeout.
Mm-hmm.
If he is considered fatigued or tired, that becomes a single 2 base advancement instead of a strikeout.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So it's problematic.
it can be. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see what happens here. So let's see if Alex Fernandez can recover after that big Terry Pendleton blast 2-run shot. Here's the pitch to Damon Berryhill, 1-for-1 in the game.
And hey, an X chance. Oh, that's another thing. I wish they'd kind of find, like, have a thing to show the resolving of an X chance.
Of an X chance, yeah. I saw it the other night. It did it. Like it occasionally will do it because there was an
Yeah.
X. It was a ground ball X play, and then it came up, and it was really exciting. It was like, oh, this is cool. Do it all the time, but it doesn't seem to. I guess I don't know why. John might know.
Probably to save an extra roll. So they just care if he's out or safe or
Right.
reaches on an air. I think with the next chance to be a little nicer to say,
Yeah.
ranges over, makes the catch, or barely hangs on, or
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
It
Anyway,
was it was super cool. Really liked it. All right, 1 down and 2 in for Atlanta, and that brings up Mark Lemke. He is 0-for-1, and the pitch by Fernandez.
oh, the devil roll, triple
The double
sixes.
roll. There we go. A little number past the mound, and the Braves just keep on coming, picking up their 7th hit, and brings up Tom Glavine, 0-for-1. Boy.
I'd probably say, oof. Yeah, I'd say bunt.
Well, we're defense, so he's
Yeah,
gonna,
so
yeah.
defense would have to set up for,
You think he's gonna bunt with,
actually, probably not
well,
as a C bunter.
yeah. Oh boy, tough.
Worst comes to
Let's.
worst, C bunter is kind of C and D bunting, but essentially we'd make him a D bunter if we were expecting it.
I mean, I think he's gonna bunt. I think he's gonna
Okay,
bunt. The only, I mean, right? Because the other thing, he's gonna ground into a double play and end the inning with 1 out.
yeah, no, he'll be bunting here, so let's set up for the bunt.
All right. John says it looks like you missed a good Braves rally. Yeah. So you missed the old 2-run shot. Let's bring the corners in. And
It's the Earl Weaver side order instead of the Earl Weaver special.
yeah, exactly. So here we'll just for there you go, John. You can see there's a little box score action there, and Terry Pendleton, 2-run shot. So the Braves again. So I think when you left, it was still White Sox were leading 2-0. So pretty sure. All right. Are you sure I want to leave? No, I want to leave. I hit the wrong thing. I see that. See, I do those things, Tim. It's really bad. I just click, man. And he did bunt. There we go. We called it. So defense has the option of throwing for the runner, trying for second, or taking the shore out at first. Oh, I think we just get the.
Throw out the runner.
You want to throw?
55% safe chance. No, throw out the runner.
So you don't want to go for the shore out at first,
Go for the sure out at first.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, and defense gops for the shore out, and defense take. Yep, it does. Well done. Sacrifice bunt.
Yep. They
All
hit the
right.
defense roll on the super advanced chart, which is, I guess,
Okay.
better than the speed roll.
All right. And here's Deion Sanders. He is 1-for-2, 2 down, runner in scoring position for Atlanta. And here's the pitch. And this is going to be just a little grounder. Score that one 6-3. Guillen to Thomas. But the Atlanta Braves put 2 on the board thanks to Terry Pendleton. We go to the top of the 5th. Atlanta leads the White Sox 5-2. Thanks for hanging out, everybody, for some Strat Max with Tim, Tribe Fan, and yours truly, and this entire family. as Paul's off investigating pocket pennant run stuff. All right. We got Lance Johnson, Frank Thomas, and Bo Jackson. So Bo Jackson coming into the game. And Glavin deals to Johnson. And and this one swung on, and this one is going to be on a long drive to in the power alley to left center field, and Lance Johnson will begin the Chicago fifth with a double. And there's Philip. How you doing, Philip? Welcome in. We've got Tim on the mic with me. And we're doing a little Stratomatic baseball. We did some full count baseball earlier. This is the most focused baseball chinwag we've ever had, by the way.
Yes.
It is, thanks to you. All right, here's the big hurt. He is 1 for 2. And ground ball. All right, so offense is going to decide whether to send or hold the runner. Offense has a choice. Ground ball, offense. Do we want to hold? Safe chance. I say we try to advance, man, because the Braves are starting to hit us hard. What do you think?
Sure.
80% safe chance. Let's do it. I don't play History Maker baseball, Philip, as you know. Good game, though. Defense opts for the sure out. Okay. So Johnson will move to third on a play, 1 down. I think that puts the White Sox in a pretty good position.
And now
here.
we can play the infield in with we're offense now.
Right, we're hitting, yeah.
I'm so used to managing both sides that.
Right. I don't know if you can you? Yeah, I guess you can do that in this game. I've never tried it. Because it seems to just pick home and away. I know in Apigo you can, but can you do that in this game? I wonder if it will let me have 2 instances of this up. Do you think it will? I'm going to try it. I'm going to open it and just see if it will let me do. It probably won't, but we'll try. Oh, okay, yeah. So select if you want to manage the visiting or home team. And here's the pitch to Bo. ID Jester doing a Bo Jackson replay some years ago. I think it was 2019.
Ballpark blast. It's either going to be a home run or a sac fly.
And guess what? Open the window, Aunt Minnie. Bo Jackson is going to go yard, and the White Sox are back in it. It is 5-4.
Or you can put it on the board. Yes.
All right, base is empty as Bo Jackson clears them out. And that'll bring up Ron Karkovice. He is 0 for 2. And here's the pitch by Glavin. Glavin not pitching a sharp game today at all. But just as I say that, Ron Karkovice will strike out. All right, so 2 away now. Here's Robin Ventura, 0 for 1. And here's the pitch. And this is going to be a grounder to short. Blauser up with it over to McGriff. And that does it. But the Chicago White Sox of 1993 pick up 2 runs on that 2-run shot by Bo Jackson and trail the Braves 5-4 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. The 1993 also rans Jeff Blauser, Fred McGriff, and David Justice. You know, I'm not a big Braves fan, but these Braves were tough. However, for as tough as they were, to just manage just that one world championship. Yeah. And the only reason, it's not that I hate the Braves, and it's not even the Francisco Cabrera thing. It was Ted Turner having the temerity to call the Braves America's team, which made no sense to me, since if baseball is a national pastime, right? I can't imagine some dude hanging out in Boston saying, "Yep, that's my team," or somebody saying, some of the baseball towns in St. Louis. Oh yeah, if I had the choice between watching my Cardinals or watching the Braves, I'm going to watch America's team. So that's what got me like kind of at the Braves. I know that's silly, isn't it? But America's team.
We're on a national network, or were at the time.
Yeah. But it was cool though. You know what? I miss those superstations. I miss WGN and TBS. You know, showing baseball. It was great, just great. The good old days. Get off my lawn. Blauser had a great year in 93, says John, then signed a big contract with the Cubs and bombed. Yeah, Jeff should have. It seemed like he had his jam was definitely with the Braves for sure. Jeff Blauser 1 for 2. Speaking of which, and here we go. Bottom of the 5th here. And the pitch, and Jeff Blauser swings, and let's see what we
Line
got
drive to
here. It's
short.
going to be a ground ball to third. Ventura up and over. Score that
Oh,
one 5
good.
3.
So they do not follow the typical convention for missed ballpark singles, which they usually say if you miss it, it's either a line drive to second or a line drive to short. They at least vary it up. Good.
Nice. I do, Paul. Asking if I love Baseball Max. I do. I love this game. Oh my God. It's so super, super cool. Again, I think Appa, though, Appa Go, I think is equally as good. But yeah. Yes, and I did see, and guys, you all know this, I guess. Payoff Pitch PC is coming, and as I said a couple weeks ago, I think it was, or last week, that I watched Baseball Maelstrom do a demo of the game. It looks incredible. The cards look great, really crisp, really nice. So that's definitely going to be an investment for me. Shaka says that he's a Braves fan because of TBS, and that's cool. The only Braves team I don't like for obvious reasons are the 1992 Braves, and enough pain, enough pain. Here's Fred McGriff. He's 1 for 2, and here's the pitch to McGriff.
And the crime
And
dog.
this is going to be grounder first base, and Frank Thomas will take that one to the bag, unassisted, 2 down. And here's David Justice. John says he can't wait for Payoff Pitch PC. Paul loves Apago. So do I. I love both. And that's why I was saying earlier, there's a couple other subscription things I have that I'm going to let go because I want to hold on to both of these games. They're both good. I think I've said for streaming, and I'm not talking, both games are great. Streaming, this one's easier for obvious reasons. Um, but I like the fact that I mean, I think Apago plays a more aggressive game of dead ball baseball, at least right now. But still, not that this plays a bad game. Um, there are certain things that Apago does that I wish this game did. So Apago will at least show you if you have a slow, average, or fast runner, as you guys know. But here, I actually have to go look at the player's card, and to look at the player's card, I've got to go 2 steps into that, and that I don't like. Tim really studied this. What was it last week? You got out. We brought up Roberto Clemente's 1972 card, and you were comparing, and everything you said looks copacetic. So
Mm-hmm.
you're getting the real product here. So uh, because I don't have a horse in the race, I can safely say I love both of these games. Um, I'm just, again, John, you just got to show me some night how we do the head-to-head thing, and I'd love to play some Baseball Max with you. Ken Castro and I've been playing a lot of Appa Go, and I'm loving that. So, but this is Tribe fan approved, and that's huge. That's huge. It really is. It really, really is. All right, here is the pitch. Does Demos play this someone, or David Baseball Demos?
Oh,
Oh, this could
not
be a home
not
run.
Max. No, he plays the real thing. And Justice with a drive
Call it, Tim. It's all yours, baby.
deep to right field, looking up, and you'll need a ticket to catch this one. Out of here.
Nice call, man. Atlanta Braves pad their lead at 6-4 in the bottom of the fifth. Paul says interested to see how Payoff Pitch PC handles all the options because the instruction manual was not clear. For example, steals, hit and run, optional advances, etc. He said he ended up playing table payoff pitch, but the inbuilt steals, etc., and pocket pennant run advanced. John says received an email from Strat today that 3 million games of Strat Max have been played, but not sure if that includes simulated games. Either way, people are playing the game, and I know when you check the lobby in this game, there's tons of people in the lobby in Baseball Max. Strat's done as much as I've bitched about their PC game, and I think Stratomatic Baseball is a great game, but their PC game is a dog with fleas. Um, they've done a fantastic job, I think, with this. And I'm going to hold on to this one too because I thought I was going to get this for a while and let it go. But the more I play it, I'm like, yeah, I'm staying with both of them. Love it. I love this game. So 3 million games, that is not bad. And better videos, they have better tutorial videos for StratMax. Appa needs to get on that a little bit. Lobbies where we'll meet up and play a game. All right, John, let's figure out a night to do that. Maybe we figure it out in the Discord or something. It'd be a lot of fun, man.
Why don't you do it during the stupid bowl?
I think we will. We'll play some Super Bowl. Um, so Paul says he can't love Strat until he gets charts that are not printed on toilet paper, loo paper, whatever you want to call it. Oof. Can
How
your
about
own?
you take the paper that's on and go laminate them?
There you go. You could do that. I believe you can manual input in this game. I think. I think. I have to bring up another instance of a Clinton because if I start clicking around, uh, we'll have issues. We don't want that to happen because everybody knows what I do. Oh, I didn't realize there was a quick play here. We're not going to, but
No.
there's a quick play. That's super cool. I don't know, Clinton. I know in Apago you can. Let's see. I'm glad Strat's really cool about letting me do this. Let me see, man. Is there like an options page in this thing?
Probably the three drop down thing. Well, that's
The hamburger? So that's profiles, game history. Now that's just about
no.
whatever. So it's not that. Notifications, calendar, how to's, and no, I guess not.
So not on that page, but I wonder if
No, let's just go to the next page and see. Um,
and what the heck, just leave it up for 2024 and
yeah,
see.
exactly. Just to see if there's some options that we're missing. John says he doesn't think there's manual input. He's been playing this for a while, so I haven't seen it either. There isn't. That's okay. It's still fun. It is. You're still playing the game. I know there's that visceral roll of the dice, but you are still at least playing strat. So I guess that answers that question. Boink.
Okay.
Notice I closed the correct one, Tim.
Yes, you did.
I try. All right, Paul. Thanks for coming in. You let me know. I'll leave you to know why. Take care. Yes, we will speak soon. Definitely.
Yes, there will
Clint,
not be any running away.
run away. Costs $100 to ship to Cyprus. Don't expect me to have to laminate it to Grumpy Pablo in Cyprus, says Paul. Clinton says his fall classic cards print them on 110-pound stock and then laminate each sheet. It's like having glossy paper, Paul. Very slick.
And
And
then
they
you have
don't.
to Dave
Yeah.
Gardner it around the corners.
So I still think for anybody that has the pocket pen at Run Physical Game, those cards are amazing. The card stock's incredible. Would love to see. That's not cheap card stock though. Oof. It's again. It's like Tally Ho or B stock, professional grade playing card casino stock. I don't know if there's ever been a baseball game that does card stock that and that sort of thing, but love it, love it. Dave Gardner cracks you up. Why's that, John? As we go ahead and pitch to
I
Ron
mentioned
again.
him rounding his cards.
Oh, right. Yes, exactly.
All right.
Something
Ron Gant's
happening?
going to be waiting to get on his motorcycle and speed if we don't hurry this up.
Yeah, I already clicked the thing. I'm just waiting for it to
And
strike
with
out
the
Ron Gant. Big whiff. Top of the sixth, and here we go. Tim, we got Ellis Burks, us again, and Fernand. There's no. That's right. You're right.
yeah,
You can. Yeah, what are you? What do you call? We will call an inning around.
let's do it.
All right.
All
Go
right,
ahead,
so we
man.
have Ellis Burks, the former Boston Red Sox, up the bat. And we go. We're off of Burks's card. 3-7 fly ball deep left field. Going back on it is left fielder, and he's out of room, and it's out of here. Home run for Ellis Burks, and it is now 6-5. And here's Ozzie Guillen now stepping up, and he takes a pitch, and that's hit the second base right at the second baseman. And hold on a second here before Alex Fernandez gets up to the plate. Jeff Torborg is from heaven is going to be asking Alex, please sit down. We are going to pull you for this inning. And we will now send to the plate the 1987 American League MVP Jorge George Bell.
George Bell, such a great part of those Toronto Blue Jays, along with Jesse Barfield.
Mm-hmm.
Great stuff. All right.
All right. And we have Bell versus Glavin. Glavin's point of weakness is his next inning. Okay. Anyway, all right. Let's see what Bell can do here against Glavin. Righty lefty matchup. And that's a fly ball to center field. Racing in is the center fielder. And making the catch is center fielder. That's probably Deion Sanders.
Yep.
And here is Joey Cora. 2 outs, nobody on. Run in. And that is a ground ball to the shortstop. Blauser backhands it, throws to first, and in time. And now we will see who we want to have come in for a pitcher for, let's see here. No for Alvarez, Belcher, or Hernandez is the closer. No for Jack McDowell. Let's go with Scott Radinsky.
You got it. Bell is out of the game. Right? Because we're not. Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure you wanted to. Yep. Yeah. All right. Cool.
And we have what? Pendleton. Who's up?
We have Pendleton, Berryhill, and Lemke.
Okay, so we'll let Glavin. If Glavin does come up, we will. I think we may pull him too because that's a lot of runs to give up.
Let's see where he is in this. If he comes up.
Oh,
so. We keep forgetting. Oh, no, here we go. Boom.
Atlanta, yeah. Oh, he's doing fourth. Okay.
Right.
All right, so 1, 2, 3 inning. He stays in another inning. If he comes up, then, or we could do the RJL not approved double switch. The horror.
Yeah, right. The horror. All right, you continue to call it, man. You're doing great.
All right, Terry Pendleton up, switch hitter batting right-handed against the left-handed Radinsky.
Pendleton with a big hit earlier in the game.
Yes, and 3-5 swung on and missed, struck him out.
And Damon Berryhill rushes to the plate, doesn't even move his feet. Boom.
Yes. Also switch hitter. And Berryhill against the pitcher card, 5-12, bouncer to first. Nice play by Frank Thomas. Throws to Radinsky covering, 2 away. Here's Mark Lemke. And Lemke. And he draws a base on ball. Oh, boy.
Now we got to decide what to do with... Oh no, we're on. We don't have to decide anything.
We do not have to decide anything. Okay, good. So
here we go. Here's Glavin.
Yeah,
I think they're going to hook up.
Yeah, I figured they would. Okay.
Yep.
I figured they would.
Now see, look. Now let's see. Now Otis Nixon. He's got. See. So Frank Thomas. Come on, guys. I think the game thinks it was the other Frank Thomas, the older Frank Thomas.
Might be. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're cool again. All right.
Yep.
Says the guy who plays a lot of dead ball baseball, but oh well, there you go, right?
Yeah. Okay, so Otis Nixon pinch hitting, another former Indian.
Good speed.
Yes. Ground ball to second. And booted by Joey Cora, something he did not do very much in the 1995 playoffs. And Lemke goes to second. Let's see if this comes to bite the White Sox in the backside here. And here's prime time. Sanders, 2 in the 7. Ground ball to short. And that's it. And Mike Stanton is now coming into the game, not the current Giancarlo Stanton. Yes, he went by Mike his first couple of years in MLB. This is the venerable left-handed reliever that was on the Yankees teams in the later 90s. And that brings up future New York Met, the one dog, Lance Johnson.
And he'll be followed by the Big Hurt and Bo Knows Everything.
Yes. And Johnson. he will fly ball to medium left, and that's catch made there by Ron Gant. Here's Frank Thomas. He homered earlier in this game. And that's not the column you want, but he keeps them in the ballpark. Will it get past the outfielder? No. Yes, it will.
Yes.
And into second with a double. I remember there was a story about, they had scouting reports for Hank Aaron. He goes, "How do you pitch to Hank Aaron?" He goes, "Make sure there's nobody on when he hits one out."
That's wise.
It
Wise,
is
wise, wise.
exactly the thing that if Frank Thomas was coming up late in the game, I did not want anybody on when he came up.
Oh, God, no.
All
All
right, so
right,
here's
Bo
Bo
Jackson.
Jackson. And we are going to get Mark Wohlers. Geez, the future Indians in this game.
Bobby Cox going to his pen. Again, here we go.
Well, Stanton was a matchup lefty, so they're
Yeah.
going to the righty now. And Wohlers was not the closer in '93, so he was a setup guy. All right, so Wohlers 5-5 struck him out, and here's Ron Kirkovice.
And that time you were almost channeling your inner Dave Gardner. That's close.
Struck him out.
Struck him out. Yeah. I love when he does that. And what's the other thing? He had a single because he likes to mingle. Dave's funny, man. And you know what? And he's always said, I'm not really a baseball. He plays a good game of baseball,
He
man.
does play a good game of baseball.
Yeah, he does.
All right, here's Ron Kirkovice. So would a triple be a menage a trois?
Ah, well done. Well done.
And swung on and missed, struck him out. So
I guess it's a moot point.
it is a moot point. All right, so Jeff Blauser now at bat with McGriff and Justice due up also here in the bottom of the seventh as the fans have saying they're taking me out to the ball games. It's another thing they might want to think about.
That would be cool.
Blauser strikes out against Radinsky. I'd like to. He's pitched an inning, a third.
So, and so I'm guessing this Red is he above his like pitch count or whatever at this point now?
He's probably past his due.
Do we want to take Radinsky out?
Not lefty. If we get a righty, then I'll pull him.
Okay.
I'll keep the same hand here.
All right, sounds good. A double for that's another Dave Gardnerism.
Double your pleasure, double your fun.
Double for your trouble.
Double for your trouble. Mm-hmm. All right, so lefty matchup and
base hit.
Single into center field for Fred McGriff. And oh boy.
The wheels are turning in the White Sox White Sox dugout.
Yes. Actually, since Radinsky is kind of looking like he's tired, we will go to the bullpen. And we will go with the righty, Don Paul.
All right. Scott Radinsky does his job somewhat. All right, here we go. Don Paul, whose parents thought that one N is not enough.
No. And here's Justice. Oh boy. Oh, ball. He pops it up. Does it drop? No. Yes, it does. No, it does not. Nice play by the second baseman. Or actually gets it to shallow right field, and Burks calls him off for the out. 2 down here in the bottom of the seventh, and here is Ron Gant. As the runner edges away from second. Oh, he tried to get a good lead, but cannot. That wonderful +3 hold and that -4 Kirkovice arms. And Gant pops it up. Ozzie Guillen calls for it and makes the catch. And we go to the top of the eighth, 6-5 Braves. And we have Ventura, Burks, and Guillen due up. And here, Ventura. And, will it drop for a hit? No. So one bad turn deserves another.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Ellis Burks.
Good day at the plate for him. 2 for 2.
Yes, with a homer. And not this time, swung on and missed, struck him out. And here's Ozzie Guillen, future Major League Baseball manager.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a fly ball to left field. That gets over the left fielder's head and into second with a double for your trouble. Had to do it. We will
I
pinch hit
love it.
for Don Paul. And we will bring up the, God rest his soul, Ivan Calderon.
Yeah. May his memory be eternal. You're right.
All right, so Calderon will pinch hit for Don Paul, who got his 2 outs that he needed. All right. So, and they're going to switch with Greg McMichael. Oh, okay. So we made the wheels turn in that the Braves dugout. All right. So here's Calderon, chance to put the White Sox at least a tie, but not with the one column. Fly ball, center field. Sanders under it and makes the catch. Okay, let's see who we got here. What are we in the 8th inning?
I believe we are.
Okay, we will go with. I almost want to say, "May the Schwartz be with you." What? May the Schwartz be with us.
Indeed. All right.
So Jeff Schwartz looking for yogurt.
Thank you, Mel Brooks.
In the form of either Terry Pendleton, Damon Berryhill, or Mark Lemke. And we will see if he can scroob his way out of this inning without giving
Oh, thick and fast. Uh-oh. Dog walk.
Snotty did not beam him the right way that time.
No. They're looking.
He has set his luggage from the password to 1235 instead of 1234.
So looking bunt here from Berryhill. Interesting.
Oh boy.
All right.
Well, I guess was he a D bunter?
Yeah.
Playback. We're not expecting a bunt. Infield
okay,
back.
So we're good. We're good.
We're good. Yeah.
We're good. Yep. Okay.
All right. Edges away. Oh, and he's not able to get a good lead, even with Schwartz's +9 hold. And one column swung on and missed, struck him out. So Schwartz gets the strikeout. He does not need it, the liquid Schwartz there.
Ludicrous speed.
Or he does not have to have his Mr. Radar with his Mr. Coffee.
Yeah.
And that's popped up at third base side and making the catch. And so, Schwartz will. Let's see. He's still good. He's pitched 2/3 of an inning, so we can keep him.
Pinch hitter's coming in because
for McMichael.
Yeah.
All right, we'll let Schwartz at least.
No. He's going to pitch or he's going to hit for himself, and to no avail. Hits into a force play.
Yep. So now we're going to the top of the 9th because they want McMichael to pitch the 9th. I don't know why, but I don't think he was the closer, but I could be completely wrong. Cora, Johnson, and Thomas do up here. And 6-11. And that's a ground ball to second base, and Lemke over to McGriff. And brings up Lance Johnson. And that's the wrong column, too. That's a ground ball to third. Pendleton fires over to first, and that retires the side. And the last chance is the big hurt, Frank Thomas. And that's in the 2 column. And that's a fly ball to center field. Camping under it is Deion Sanders. And that's your ball game. A very entertaining 6-5 game, but won by the 93 Atlanta Braves. And we'll throw it back to our host, Mr. Beatles Eternally.
That was a lot of fun. I love the presentation. I mean, you did a great job calling, by the way. This has, but it was nice like listening to you because you're so familiar with Strat that you just nice flow. I love the presentation. McMichael and Stanton were the closers in '93, says John.
Okay.
Um, I love the presentation of. It's so easy to just move around Baseball Max. Really, really like it. So, what do you think of this, Tim? I mean, do you like Baseball Max? What are your thoughts on it?
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, that's
Um,
good.
yeah, I think I'd probably use it more than just a card reader.
Well, and the cool thing about it too is you can set up tournaments here. I have a couple of those. You can replay. We just did an exhibition game. You can replay any of the All Star games. This is cool. You click Game of the Day, and it's just going to randomly match up two teams, which is super super cool. I really really this is an excellent product by Strat, and just keep developing it, boys. When it's doing this, the only thing I've had this every once in a while is it sometimes it will just like kind of say, uh, it'll say something went wrong. Just go
It
back.
needs to get to 88 miles an hour.
Exactly. So it's really really cool. There it is. So this would have been the 76 A's against the 2001 Red Sox. So
Oh,
you
that's
just pick a
better.
game of the day. That's really really cool. I like that it does
Okay.
that. Really nice. Again, just so many nice features to be able to just pick an all star game, whatever one you want. No, I don't know. I didn't check because I know. I think it was in the '60s that they had a couple years where they had two all star games. But that doesn't matter. The thing is I just love the fact that you could just jump in there, or you can just kind of a random thing there and whatever. So pretty cool. Oh, dice mode on. Wait a minute. Oh, that's because the yeah fast mode off. I don't like fast.
Oh,
I know
see,
I like watching the dice roll and watching the thing move around the card and stuff like that.
yeah.
So,
And at
but
least they got a D20 visual instead of having to use those stupid cards.
yeah, yeah. John says they hopes that they add World Series matchups. That would be super cool as well. They've really really done a fantastic job here. And again, they're let's go back here. So, and the other thing too, lots. So for anybody like new like me, that I should be um, really watching like draft leagues in here that you could do and all kinds of stuff. I think Apago has like two videos and that's it. Um, but both fine games. But this one again, if Tim approves of this, I mean, Tim is a Strat guy, and I maybe paraphrasing, maybe quoting, he said, "I will be a Strat guy to the end of my days." I think it was something like that. And if this gets Tim's seal of approval, that's enough for me to also want to keep this game. I really, really like it. I know some people would say, "Well, why pay a subscription to have these when you have baseball games that already have these teams?" Because variety is the spice of life, and I love both of these games, and it gives me a chance to, even if I'm not rolling the dice, at least try play that little cards and dice vibe again. And this one and Apago both allow me to go beyond just having to haul out the cards and do some other stuff. So there is that. I think I have a tournament. Did I create one? There's like lots of tournaments in here. If you look, there's lots of people that have tournaments going on, as you can see. And if I go over here, yeah, it just keeps going and going and going.
Do they have like a drizzling poops tournament with like the all time worst teams? That would be
I
fantastic.
don't know. They have so many of these, and what's really really cool is you can just kind of view everybody's what they're doing here, which is kind of cool. Um,
Probably not that one.
Look at their
And then you
brackets.
could have it where demos did one league where it was the team that lost was the team that advanced.
Right, which I think is really cool. I like here you can see everybody, depth charts. You can look at any cards in here that you want. I also love that the way the ratings are shown here in this game. pretty cool. And then there's the stats, of course. But
I mean,
and this
well,
and what a cool feature, right? So you want to look at I don't know why you'd want to. If you wanted to look at Brand Alier's 1968 card, there it is coming up. Boom.
yeah.
So I love the fact that you can look at their entire career. This is a nice little guide for people like me. I really like this sort of star rating up here. So
What's
average player, whatever. It's nice.
oh, I
I think
mean,
it's cool.
to be able to look at like he's not great defensively. He has a decent 3 column for both sides, but that's about it.
Hmm.
That kind of
Yeah,
kills me.
yeah. This is one of those guys that's probably going to be living over here though, and right, living in that one column is no fun.
Yeah,
But what an excellent game! I don't know. It's worth the money. It's worth the money. I love the fact that I could just go in here and just look at other people's kind of what they're doing and what park they pick. Now, see, here is the one thing they really need to do. Right? Is if you could like have the ballpark actually have, and you could do it with just easy enough to code and do that on a web page. I would love at some point to actually have something else rather than this thing that sort of looks like Petco Park, but maybe isn't. But that's being again picking nits. So I got the 29 Philadelphia A's and Pittsburgh. Just running around, looking at how all this is done. So, again, how just all the stuff that you can do in this, looking at the splits, we can go up and just look at the schedule. It's really, really quality stuff here. So, and we beat Montreal, yay, season opener. So,
all right.
yeah, nice,
Well,
nice.
I think I'm going to just at least get out of here. So, in case
Okay,
anyone
Tim.
else wants to join, I think 2 games has been enough for me tonight.
Yeah, thank you, man, so much. I
Okay.
always like having you on here, man. You know that. Oh,
All right.
this is a nice grid view. All right, Tim, thank you.
Yep, no problem.
All right. So next time we get Tim on here, we're going to see if we can cross stream again one of his games, which I think would be really really cool. And it's the none too gentle hint to get broadcasting again because Tim does some good stuff, guys. All right, I think that should about call it anyhow. We've been on for 3 hours and 8 minutes till I finish up. So not much else to add. Be still continuing getting the Michael McGreevy League going. So I do beg everybody's indulgence here as just give me the time to do it. All right. So with that said, John is making his exit. Tim has made his exit. Everybody else, again, at 3 hours, YouTube, it's too much to go all the way back, and I'm not going to be able to get anybody. So thank you, family, for coming in. I really, 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 really appreciate it. Um, and we'll be back with some more baseball soon. And in the meantime, we will see you around the batting cage.